Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Corsair Dream League. We are getting ready for some European Dota. That's right, we are jumping straight in very shortly to Liquid versus a Lithium. A matchup for the ages, a matchup that was proved to be too tough for Liquid in the major qualifiers.
It's a grudge match now, you know?
It is.
This is the European matchup.
Can Lithium do it again?
Yep.
They did it in the minor qualifiers. Can they do it? Sorry, they didn't. Wow. Did they? They did it in the major qualifiers.
They're looking to
do
do
it in the minor
yeah.
qualifiers. And Liquid, they could be out of the Liquid getting knocked out of the minor qualifiers. It could happen.
It could happen. It's surprising. I mean, it's surprising they're here to begin with, but
yeah,
such is the path of TI champions sometimes.
It can be a rough road. As yesterday we saw them, and it looked a little rough. One of the games, we had a Miracle Slot. That didn't work. And then the other game, what else didn't work? What did they do again?
They had one game with the GH Sand King.
That was the Miracle. That was the Miracle Slot.
That was a Miracle Slot game.
What did they do in the other game?
Don't know. Good question.
Kuroki was
A lot of games here.
Miracle Play.
I can look.
It was a long time ago. Yes.
Yeah, it was. It really was. There was a Invoker.
All I remember was the
Miracle Invoker.
The Mango Bay Fake EL Rex.
It was the Kuro Timber.
Oh yeah.
It was an okay Timber game, but it didn't quite have the impact you want. He was against the Necro. It was the same thing where we saw Timber losing the Necro, so not an easy matchup by any means. And yeah, Mango Bay almost
Mango Bay had a great day.
qualifying. They're still in the lower bracket. They didn't qualify.
They did drop down to TFT, but I think even if you're in the lower bracket, you had a day where you got to beat Team Liquid 2-0. You know, it's gotta feel pretty good for you guys as a team. And
Absolutely.
Lithium, can they do it? I mean, this is it. Back in the major qualifiers when they did it, it was a pretty convincing one. I seem to remember. I think Liquid won game 1. I want to say
it was a 2-1, if I recall.
Yeah. I think it was game 1 Liquid won, and then Lithium got to two games in a row. But we'll see here as the rematch begins. A loser at this best of 3 is out. They're donezo. The winner will move on to play against Mango Bay. Liquid versus Lithium. Of course, as a reminder, Liquid playing with a stand-in. They're playing with RMN instead of Matumba Man. Kuro is taking the core position, and RMN will be supporting. If they stick with what they were doing yesterday, which I imagine they will do. Even though it didn't work out in that situation. So let's have a look. Bans, Drow, Io. It's going to be the way the Lithium open. Wyvern, Treant, Undying. Pretty similar to what we're seeing in SEA from Liquid's open bans.
Yep. Seems like more of a target towards support heroes has become a thing where there's this clearly defined support pool, particularly some very high impact ones. The Undying in the lane stage, the Wyvern just as a whole, very annoying in lanes, annoying in team fights. Treant seems more maybe like a European CIS thing where the hero is very popular, but even making its way into some other regions as well.
5 seconds remaining.
The Lithium want to ban out before Liquid's first pick. Lots of things left in the pool, as always. Enchantress was picked and played and also lost by Liquid yesterday. I feel like that hero's kind of maybe finally fallen off enough. We'll see if that's the final verdict or if there will be some more Enchantress attempts from either team or in the future. Tiny.
Yeah. That's going to be the ban.
Okay.
Liquid, they'll open with the Shaker.
Absolutely. Fine pick.
Yep.
No questions there, and I already had him right next to me. It was the
Hey.
closest hero. It was ready for him.
Now, the Lithium want to grab the Silencer. It's obviously the first phase in it around the world.
It has been. Could be good. So, Radiant, Shaker. Oh, he's not going safe lane, he's going off lane. Probably a GH Shaker.
Yep.
He's very good in the hero.
For sure.
No problems there. And Lithium, yeah, Silencer if you want to go for the supporting cast. Otherwise, you're looking at, yeah, Silencer.
Silencer, bang on.
Nothing else to it.
Really good. Same old, same old. All around the world. EU, SEA.
Yep.
They love these two heroes. Shaker, Silencer. Solid opening picks. But what do they want to grab with that Silencer, Lithium?
Yeah, we'll see if we can find the Silencer first.
I wouldn't mind that. Oh, okay, look at the Weaver. Now, this was, I'll tell you what, gods, my memory might not be that great, but I think I do remember
Weaver.
that in the Liquid Lithium series, in the major qualifiers, every game there was a Weaver, and every game the Weaver won the game.
Ooh.
Like,
okay.
Weaver was the contested hero between these two teams because, for whatever reason, both teams struggle to deal with the opponents having Weaver.
Interesting.
So, Lithium taking the same approach as they obviously should to the series where they beat Liquid before.
I think they did lose a game with it, though, is
okay.
happened. We get another Nature's Prophet over here. So, Nature's Prophet, Mind Control, one of his classic heroes, could be coming out. There we go. Got Silencer as well, making an appearance from the shadows. So, Silence with Weaver, possible dual lane. Could be here to secure that lane.
10 seconds
And Nature's Prophet, likely with the Shaker. So, we have our potential 2v2 matchup here in the
Sounds good to me.
Radiant offlane. Don't have to do any more reaching. Yeah, nothing too crazy with the openers. Definitely getting heroes that can make Shaker's life a little bit annoying. The Silencer as well as Weaver, but it goes both ways. Shaker later on has lockdown, can initiate on Weaver. No real items you can get it to stop Blink Echo Slams from happening. And Silencer can always stop that Shaker combo. If he does go in the Blink Echo, Silence not caught, global, stops those follow-up stuns, stops the full-on combos. But most likely, yeah, Mind Control loves playing as Nature's Prophet. And GH does enjoy a good old game of Shaker every now and then.
One of the classic GH heroes from back when we first got to saw the man. Sort of as part of Liquid, which was in, I can't remember what season that was. That was season 7?
6 or 7, yeah.
6 or 7, it was a while ago.
That. It was, when he stood in for Bulba.
Yeah.
At the LAN.
Back in the LAN. Liquid. Coming into this next phase. What are you banning? I mean, any sort of Kezu heroes you want to target? That's the question. I mean, I'm seeing a Prophet, maybe heroes like the Axe.
Playing a lot of Bat. That's definitely one.
That's one of the. I mean, Axe and Igma, two strong offlaners still in the pool that Kezu's solid on.
Yep. Definitely looking maybe at something with some control, lockdown, initiation. Given that you've got Weaver, Silencer, no stuns whatsoever picked up from your opening 2 picks. Plenty of room to make adjustments throughout.
Stormbound, one of those heroes that can be a little difficult to play the Weaver against. He gets the quick Orchid timing and such, spots you on the map. It's going to be easy pickoffs every single time.
Yep.
And obviously yourself, not until the late game where you might have an Orchid, Nullifier, you're always going to struggle at most points of the game to be able to battle the Storm Spirit.
One of the few teams that still play Bounty Hunter is Lithium, MNT.
Yeah,
people
the classic.
Remember?
The original courier sniper extraordinaire. And talking of courier sniping, any sort of MNT heroes that we're seeing here?
It's been playing some unconventional stuff, but may go for something a bit more standard, like the old Dark Willows. Could go for some kind of a strong dual lane with like Dark Willow +1. If that suits their style. Otherwise, I don't know. Wyvern spanned out. That's something he's played before, even in the 4 position role. Could see something a bit more standard. I think the initiating stun type heroes like the Earth Spirits of this world sound a little bit more appealing. Clockwork is very good against Shaker. If you want to try and bring back the 4 position Clockwork, wouldn't mind seeing something along those lines. But for now, go target some bans first at Liquid. 1 more to go. Both teams using a lot of reserve time for these bans, though. Bit unsure about what's going to cause them problems here with the drafts.
Always hard in game 1 of a best of 3 because this is where you sort of set the feeling as both teams as what. Sean, what are you in the mood to play today? The Breaker's going to be banned out. Liquid, one of the teams that will still pick the Spirit Breaker. Is a bit of a personal favourite of Kuro's. Does love to have one in his lineup. Getting things started, and of course with the Nature's Prophet in the lineup, it is sort of already looking like a draft that Spirit Breaker could absolutely work in. That sort of global pressure, pick-off potential, and also can be very pesky for the Weaver before he gets that Lincoln Sphere. At the least, there's the chance to always lock onto him from a distance and be able to follow him to, regardless of where he's Shikuching back to.
Yeah. And if they want to get some more glow, I think they could easily fit a Spectre into their lineup.
That could work. We are seeing teams still making the Spectre work despite the nerfs, and as you say, global-wise, they could go for it. Lithium, they'll grab themselves a Lina.
Okay. wonder if they're one of those teams open to running it in the multiple roles. Or if we're going to be most likely.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if they did that, I can't see Kezu playing the Lina. It doesn't strike me as a very Kezu-esque hero, and
they've got their silencers 5, so
yeah,
doesn't really fit any other lane.
5 seconds remaining.
But at the same time, it's kind of a bit odd to see a team pick up their mid and carry this early on, particularly when you have last pick of the draft.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's true. If it is that mid.
Maybe something MNT could be trying his hand on.
Yeah, I have a feeling we've seen MNT Lina in the past. Yeah.
Played Venge in one of the games we casted, so he is playing these more kind of ranged, harassy type 4 positions that are often played as 5s, so maybe Lina will be a similar kind of thing. Gives you some good wave clear. Good AoE, stun, something to catch Nature's Prophet with, kill his streams with, and see how Liquid look to respond themselves. We're going to go with the Chen. All right. They've always liked their Chens.
Yeah, a lot of sort of lane pressure with the Chen and the Shaker moving around the map.
Okay.
And as we've seen many times, if they get themselves sort of towards the Weaver's lane, for instance, a good Fisher in the Chen army, if you get Troll Summoner, you can very well kill that Weaver in the laning stage.
10 seconds.
So Weaver will have to sort of be on his toes and be prepared for
5 seconds.
the sort of aggression of Liquid.
Yeah, so normally in the safe lane, the Chen, just as a lane securing hero, partnered with like a strong carry with kill potential.
No.
You're not happy.
Well, I mean, on one side you got a Magnus, and then the other side you got sort of post TI8 Liquid that's just seeming to be losing quite a few matches that they shouldn't. So, but has Liquid really sunk that low that they could lose to a Magnus? We're gonna find out. Will Liquid lose to Magnus in 2018?
Or does OD Pixel just have no idea what he's talking about when it comes to Magnus?
Maybe
we'll find out.
Maybe we're going to see like sort of this month Magnus is just going to be shooting up. Top teams around the world are picking him.
Next pack, Magnus is getting nerfed.
Getting nerfed. IceProg realizes Magnus is actually sleeper OP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, one thing we do know about this as well, of course, is it pretty much guarantees the Lina as a support, right? Because you don't have a melee core with the Magnus. Like, you've got to have a melee core with the Magnus. So Liquid, they'll get themselves Wraith King, and that will be, that'll probably be Kuro's hero, playing the carry.
Yeah, I can see that.
So leaving the mid till last, of course.
Yep, Wraith King with the Chen, I like it. I think it's a hero that can set up the Chen ganks well. Doesn't have to free farm, because often a hero in a lane like that is not going to have the best time with Chen just... has to hit that jungle up, get some neutral creeps, but seems like a good answer.
I can't believe we've seen so much Magnus. I don't know.
It's Wraith King into Weaver, though. That's one of the heroes that traditionally counters Wraith King.
Yeah, you got the mana break. But you don't take that 15. Yeah, you do take the mana break?
I still seen a
what's
bit of it.
What's the other option on 15 again?
Good question. Don't know. Health or something? No. Level 10, it's...
Level 10
is strength or XP. Then you get mana break or...
You're right, you do always have... The other one's rubbish, isn't it? Mana break or...
What was the old level 15 talent? It was the strength or something. I can't remember. Oh. It used to be more strength than what level 10 is. Yeah, no.
But yeah, you're right. You take the mana break, so yeah. They got that against the Wraith King. Lithium. They'll ban the Clinks as Liquid. In turn, what will they ban? What are they worried about Lithium getting for us? We do imagine that mid roll.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, lean in the support.
Because it would just be like you absolutely like. There's no way they're just picking Magnus with range heroes.
They can. I mean, maybe that's the thing. Maybe Magnus is just a good hero, and you don't have to. That's the trap people fell into. Is
Magnus
let's pick
is a
these melee heroes.
Magnus is just a
good hero. Who knows? What do we know? We're sitting here.
No, we're just having a laugh.
Yep.
But I'm serious, Magnus is a terrible hero.
Yeah, they're banning us saying melee the PL and then picking up a Shadow Fiend.
Okay, Miracle SF.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'd like to see the Kuro SF and the Miracle Wraith team, but never know. Depends what kind of mood Captain Kuro's in. He's going to make the calls. If he wants to play SF, he's going to get to play SF.
not fall over here. We've already broken enough stuff on set already today.
And what do we take here? I think. What about just grabbing the Ember Spirit for Lithium?
Yeah, against SF.
Is
That
not a bit
matchup's
rough?
a bit rough. Yeah, I think the SF will just harass you out of the lane a bit with the razors. Like to see like a TA type hero maybe.
You've got to get a melee hero with Magnus, right?
I guess so. Yeah, you
There's
don't
the
get
Ember
You're
Spirit.
right.
Yeah, the Ember.
Yeah.
Choose your hero.
Okay.
Okay. Ember
Do you guys at home like Magnus?
Let us know.
If she said yes, you're getting a ban.
Tweet at ODPixel about how amazing Magnus is, how much you love him. Tweet him your Dota
Show
buff
me your win
profiles
rates, yeah.
with all your wins on Magnus. Yep. All the MMR you're gaining.
There's got to be someone in the world right now who's, they spam Magnus and they win a lot.
There's that one guy for every hero who will link their Dota buff and they have 1,000+ games of a hero and then like 10 of every other hero. Where's that guy for Magnus? He's out there.
Some of these, Kezi Magnus on the offlane. We'll see. If maybe Kezi can make it work. Maybe he can. But predictions, I mean, Liquid is literally losing like every game recently. So it makes it hard to go with Liquid. But for me, there's a Magnus on the other side. I'm sorry. It's a Liquid's going to win this. Like, Liquid is not losing to a Magnus. I don't believe they've fallen that far.
Look, guys, Magnus, he's a good hero. I believe in you. Let ODPixel know. Share the Magnus greatness. Lithium are going to take this game because they have Magnus. And absolutely no other reason. It's just Magnus. He's carrying him. I'm going with Magnus all day long. At least as of now. Maybe not earlier in the day.
No.
I actually think the Wraith King's going to struggle against the Weaver a lot. And Ember with Empower, pretty good.
And they do have an SF. You know, this hero's got a lot of problems.
It's all up to GH. He's the lockdown. He's the guy who has to stun the Ember and catch him out, as well as the Weaver. There's these elusive heroes that it's just going to be so annoying to be going up against. RMN's playing Wraith King, actually. Was he playing carry Wraith King? Is he back to core?
I think he is not. He's not going to play support Wraith King, is he? That's
Kuro's
dead,
playing
right?
support? He's the Chen.
Kuro,
Liquid playing serious.
They're playing. That is absolutely. They're playing serious.
Should I change the prediction? RMN's not a carry player though, so we'll see. I think Kuro just saw the Weaver and was like, "Wait a second, I don't want to play this."
He's playing Wraith King. I mean, this hero is pretty much
yeah,
hands off the keyboard.
I got 6 game about playing Wraith King. You know that says it all. He's a bit harder now. He's got a second skill. Like you actually have to push E. And then to keep it easy, they make it so you don't micro the skeletons. They micro themselves. But you do have to remember to push to summon them, which is quite tricky.
Yeah.
Us Wraith King players do struggle a bit with that.
You've got to watch out for those Wraith King players with the scripts, you know.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, he's a Wraith King player. He's got the voice lines.
Oh, he is. We didn't see what level he was, actually, did he?
Yeah, but if he's silver, so...
Oh, yeah, there we go. Silver.
Silver Wraith King's got some great lines. So what if I saw the take a knee peasant? My favorite's the allies ones, actually. He's got one that says, "I'll carry my weak and puny allies." That's my, I think.
Dude, I found recently in my games, I get a lot of oracles. And oracle's got the oracle. There's a voice line of oracle that just goes, "I want to die," and they just keep spamming that. That was very depressing. Just having your teammate go, "I want to die. I want to die."
Okay.
It's like, all right. I mean, I guess if you're an oracle spammer, it's you know, you're not in a happy place.
Yeah, for real.
These golden level oracles.
Ooh, we were checking out Mage's Dota buff.
Yeah.
And I think Ember was his second most played, maybe.
Did he have a better than 48% win rate with the Ember Spirit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He did. Check it out.
Double confirm.
Because as we were saying, so Mage has got 888 games on Invoker, but only a 48% win rate. Now, I'm not a mathematical genius, but I think that means he loses more games than he wins.
I'll have to consult a mathematician on that.
Yeah. We're going to check the Dota buff on this one. We're going to see how... Oh, mid lane. Mage. Steering chains. Raises. Oh! Miracle. Easy raises.
Shaker's really good with SF.
Yeah,
just because you have
raises every time.
Yep. You block them off, they can't retreat. You're going to hit 2-3 of them normally, most of the time.
You're doing all right there. You're struggling. You're obviously not a Google gamer.
No, this keyboard's in Swedish. I'm pushing dash and a plus comes up, you know, because it's made with a dash. Like, I don't know. Swedish keyboards.
You gotta find it. Come on.
What's
We gotta
their
check
team
this
name?
out.
Lithium.
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 I want to say the lanes wide. Pexter Madara against Karokian. RMN. Actually, at the moment, it's RRMN. That's just one R. I'm blind. There's two R's.
Okay.
Am I blind? Yeah, just RRMN.
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
just got the one, but yeah, Ember. Second
Ember.
most played professionally.
Okay, but I want to know his pub win rate.
Also, to give him credit, his
Yep.
Invoker Pro win rate, 65%.
That's pretty good.
Ember, fourth most played, 448 games, 58%.
58%.
Very respectable.
That is respectful.
Yeah.
A mid lane.
Oof.
PS-wise at the moment, Miracle 11 for 2. Gets to 10 for 1. Mage, he's holding in there, but it's obviously going to get harder as the Necromastery stacks build up for Miracle.
It's already feeling pretty rough. SF with a lot of souls here in the early parts of the lane stage.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Pex. Just get ripped apart there by the Hellbear Smasher.
Some sort of misguided tribute.
Kuro doing a good job.
Top lane,
Spearing his
MNC's in trouble.
Oh, good job with the treant blocks and the shake. Oh, yes, he continued at GH. One more right click, he's got this.
Oh, look at that, the bro play. Let's mind control take the kill. What a nice guy, GH.
I always thought he was a bit of a jerk from his interviews.
Yeah, damn right.
Shows everyone else up.
Yeah, come on, GH. You know. You're making everyone else look bad.
The Wraithfire Blast is secure CS, sure, why not?
Scanning.
Mage going in. Is he going for this kill? He knows the Wraithfire Blast was used, so it's actually still in cooldown. Kuro's going to turn and try
back up
fight,
in a
but
second.
That's a kill there. And
Yeah.
Oh, was about to come back up.
Oh.
Okay. Dara will get out, but takes a lot of damage in the process. I like how the skeletons don't lose aggro even though he went invis there. They still, chased him down and knew which way to go. Some smart little skeletons.
How's the Magnus doing? Let's get a good farm up top, Kazu.
Yeah, he's going to carry them, surely.
I'll believe it when I see it. Bottom lane, RMM. It's going to get chased down again here by Mandara.
Oh, the stick charges. He may look to turn this one.
And he's trying, but it's not going to work out. He's going to lose his life. The Fisher from GH doesn't actually catch on to Madara, so he won't get that Weaver kill in return. As Mandara is able to walk away.
Bottle? Oh, he buys a stick, huh? He actually has enough money for a bottle there. I think that's... With the 5-minute runes coming up, you definitely want to be buying this item on Weaver. At the same time, Liquid probably know that and will be looking to contest those bounty runes.
Oh, did you get the Red Fire Blast?
You might die to the damage over time, yep.
They get more out of this. Doesn't look like a Pex will get back, but yeah, they're killing the Weaver.
Yep.
And the Weaver top lane, Light Strike Array from MNC. Skewer 4 from Kezu as they look to chase down Mind Control. Mage is coming in with a wraparound as well. Mage wants to get involved. MNC will be the one to take the kill.
Mage, I think, is just like, I can't lane mid. This SF, too much right-click damage and too much nuke damage for him. As Kuro getting chased down, one more right-click.
Oh, the bug.
Yeah, get brought down. A lot of early action here in this bottom lane.
Oh, yeah.
And mid lane being completely deserted. Dire seems like we can't do this. We're gonna bail.
Madara getting blocked off. They got the Charles Summoner creep rooting him down. Fisher from GH finishes off the job. Getting that Weaver a fair few times now, Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid looking pretty damn good here so far. How this mid lane's gone. Ember doesn't want anything of it, which leaves the level 3 Lina against the almost level 7 Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's top tower
Big
is under attack.
edge for Miracle. He is set up for success this game with the start he's got. Still though, he's an SF. This is a hero that hasn't had that much success as of late.
Structures are fortified.
Oh god, Ember just level 4.
MNC's going to have a bit of a look in on the mid lane, or at least try to. But it's a scary place to be. Level 7 SF. Mira coordinated with the treads on top of the Aquila and that extra Wraith Band.
Yeah, he wants to try and just keep this tower alive with the siege creep there. He's going to take some good damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I like this from Miracle. Keeps the siege creep alive for the next wave to come in, and Chen's even here as well. This is an early tier 1 tower, likely going down.
Oh, the fish, yeah. Gonna buy time for Miracle to come and land the raise, and at the same time, Mind Control finds Pexu.
Dire's middle tower is
As Miracle and the gang start to heat things up, top lane Mage.
has fallen.
We'll get Mind Control. Big kill for him to find. He was struggling on the Ember. That'll give him a nice burst of XP and gold.
Yep. Still not quite level 6, but we'll help get him a little bit closer to it. But all 3 lanes, Radiant Cores have the farm advantage. So 3 lanes being won so far, and that is a very good sign for Liquid.
They've got to do something about this SF. Like, this SF is sort of having the advantage that you'd see sort of from an SF having a good lane in a pub game, you know. He plays the lane mid, the enemy mid has to back away, no sort of helps coming in. This SF's going to get very far ahead to begin with. Kuroki down bottom, does die. Mind Control's trying to get Madara in return, but MNT and Pexu are there. They'll put the Rave Fire Blast down onto MNT. They won't dive behind the towers, they'll look to just focus the pressure onto the tower itself. So Mage still trying to find that level 6, level 5 still on the Amber Spirit. They're going to go for a smoke play, see if they can set up something. Very hard to do so.
What can they find down here? Alright. Pops out to farm and push the lane. Can't make it too obvious with everyone going missing this early on. Have to kind of pick and choose, as the other 3 will be smoking towards the mid lane. Hoping for that SF kill. You mentioned they need to do something to deal with him, and
They've got it.
yeah, level 6 Ember does give them options to initiate on him, but he is currently playing fairly conservatively. Yeah, if Ember had maybe stuck around a little longer, could have maybe had some luck, but partly why he's showing here is because he sees Ember. Great Radiant Vision in the enemy jungle, so he knows that he is safe in areas like this on the map.
Still lane Kazu.
Are scanning.
There's a lot of weight on the Magnus. They've given him sort of the priority lane top. What's he going to be able to achieve? He's hiding at the moment. As Liquid do come hunting in the trees, he's able to get himself away from the 3 of them. Now the 4 of them, as Miracle comes in as well to join this push. But Liquid starting to take over these early objectives on the map. Tier 1 tower will fall. More money to push Miracle closer and closer to a quick timing on the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, there will be a trade, it looks like, down bottom, although much slower push. Liquid don't make any moves to go and defend it immediately, but will now, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to come down. Miracle does get caught up by the Light Strike, correct.
Okay. They'll defend the tower, won't get them kills, which is normally what you want to try and do when you're TPing in, but at the same time, you're pushing towers while defending them. And overall, that is a good sign for Liquid and their economy. All the summons. Liquid, going for a quick one here.
Oh, yeah. Tier 2, taking a 10 minutes in. Madara is going to come over and try and look for a bit of action, see if they can get some kills. Mage leads forward with the Remnant straight away. He's able to get the Chen. They won't be able to get the Wraith King. Sent back to safety. As mid lane Mind Control chasing down Kezu. Kezu's used the skewer. Should be able to keep himself far enough away, and indeed will be able to run. I think already... I don't know what it is. Maybe they changed it. You know, having Kuro back on support, Iron Man on core. It's this beginning of this game. It's just looking like a Liquid that we haven't seen in a lot of their games recently.
Yeah, the way they played and dominated the early game in the lane stage is much more classic Liquid. Yep. Kuro's Chen and his involvement here, he's played a lot of, and Mind Control on Prophet, having a great time, finding kills wherever he goes. Finds another, but needs to be careful not to get punished for this one. That's a big solo kill to give up. Mage is going to get 500-ish gold out of that.
It's a Miracle. How's he doing on the Shadow Blade?
Close.
Getting there.
There's more gold.
There's the broadsword to go, and he'll have it.
Yep.
That's when things get very scary on the map. They have to be prepared for this Lithium.
As well as this smoke gank, where Liquid are looking to bring...
Is this a smoke and rush? This is the smoke and rush.
I was wondering what...
Yeah, they've got the Wraith King Aura, they've got good physical damage with the Prophet and the SF. They can do this pretty quickly, and I don't think Lithium are going to have any idea that this is going on, because at the same time, you've got the other two showing in the 2 lanes. You've got the Shaker farm in bottom, the Prophet, he's showing top. All he was offering there was the Treants to tank the Roshan. So Lithium, no idea that this is going on at all. As Liquid get themselves a very sneaky Rosh, and a very easy one as well. Smart move there to head for the objective. Bottom lane, they will lose that tier 1 tower as GH goes for the TP out. Global Silence is going to be used. That's not going to cancel the TP. So GH is straight out. So still more and more things going in favor of Liquid.
And getting their lead up to a good 3,000-ish. Boots of Travel online for Ember. See how much this can affect the state of this game. Give them a bit more split push potential, because you do not really want to go fighting into Liquid right now with how things have been going.
It's 12 minutes. Another tier 2 tower. I don't know, it really just seems like today Liquid are not messing around. Like, not to say they were messing around the other days, but it just looks totally different from them. This is the Liquid that Liquid fans will remember and think of when you think of Team Liquid. This is sort of the efficiency, the shot calling, and for the most part, just a straight-up outplay.
Even when you hear Liquid playing with a stand-in, it's like, oh, you know, if there's 4 out of 5 Liquid, they should still be better than majority of professional teams. They're just that good. But that was definitely not the case. When yesterday when they were playing, things did not seem to fit together around RMN. But this formula with him on the core is working a whole lot better. Kind of playing more like a 3-position Wraith King with this build, going for this Helm of the Dominator Medallion. This is definitely not a build you see out of like a true carry Wraith King. Almost like Mind Control's Prophet is more going to be the carrier in a sense, but he himself also not too farmed. Definitely plenty of farm going into Miracle Shoes though. His Shadow Fiend now has Shadow Blade coming out on Courier and is looking to take these last couple outer towers.
They're just taking objectives so quickly. Tier 1's gone. They can push on for the tier 2 as well, and I don't know if there's going to be any sort of answer from Lithium at this stage. Just 13 minutes in. GH making sure he gets the last touch. That's going to give him the Blink Dagger gold.
Scary timing to have a Blink Dagger at this early on.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
See how Dire can do as far as delaying things. Ember trying to do what he can with the split push, but ultimately not really threatening Liquid with this. And they're actually setting up Blink, Dagger, Shaker, ready to go up top. Has he got the stuns in the lockdown for this? Looks like Pexu instead going to be picked off.
I just gets right-clicked down by Mind Control, and GH, he's in, looking for the lockdown onto the Ember Spirit. Remnant's out, but the fish is saved. So that that further control that's needed to get the kill on Mage. I think Liquid's back, Parker. You have to fall to rise up. Liquid, they fell down to the lower bracket of the major qualifiers. They fell out of it. They fell down to the minor qualifiers. They fell down to the lower bracket of the minor qualifiers, and now they're back.
They felt like, you know, their value in the Dota 2 meme economy was low. You know, Na'Vi Alliance, they're capitalizing the back memes. They want one of their own. So yeah, they had to fall to reach this point, and well, Miracle, he's bringing them back up with some Requiems like that. The whole team is looking to be in a fantastic position as they charge their way to a 7,000 gold lead early on. Mage is trying to get a bounty room, but can't even do that. We'll just TP his way out of there. And even Mind Control sneaking runes down bottom, getting Liquid
The seeds of fortune.
majority of those runes.
Magnus. Oh no.
Miracle still hunting. Oh no. How far are they going to chase into these trees?
No, Parker, there's one way that you can make Magnus even worse. And that's by building an Aghanim Scepter on him. That is, like, I really believe that isn't... No. I do not like this
pickup. It's the double shockwave,
You
right?
cannot sell me on the double shockwave. I'm sorry. That is...
It does full damage on the way back? Does it? I've never even really seen this. This is one of those items I just don't see. I don't see any Magnuses, period, in my games.
Oh,
but.
no. I'm really not. I'm very confused. Does it kill a whole
creep wave, right, though? Like, you can use one shockwave to clear a creep wave?
Sure.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. You can kill that creep wave whilst your ancient dies. Good job for you.
How
Great,
do they push
grateful.
your ancient? They don't have creep waves. Kezu's ahead of his
I
time.
don't know. I don't know. I mean, as I say, they're the experts. You know, I trust Kezu. He's a smart boy. But he picked Magnus, and now he's building an Aghanim Scepter on it. And like, there's a reason why you don't see this a lot. There is a reason. You know, there's a lot of expert pro players, and I'm just saying, a lot of pro players, you won't see them picking Magnus and building an Aghanim on it.
That's what people said when they saw OG's Game 5 draft, and it was like, oh, you know, all these heroes, they haven't done well.
Did OG have a Magnus? Did they build Aghanims? No. I don't understand about a lot of things, but
yeah,
we'll see. I love being proved wrong, and I really hope he does. I hope he does something. It's amazing and it's game winning. But I'm just saying, don't hold out on that.
Oh, he's gonna get out of here. There's a fissure. Oh, Kezu.
Yeah.
They're winning this fight. They're cleaning up here.
Okay.
Miracle needs to be careful. He's got no BKB, but where's the detection? I think they just want to get out now. They can 2 kills and a buyback. That's plenty. You're happy. You're smiling if you're Lithium. You remember dying? You're not smiling. You're kind of got that half smile where you're in a photo and you're not really happy.
Yeah, it went away pretty quick with that smile.
Yeah. Still okay-ish.
Oh, did Kezu change the build? No. Okay, your funeral, sir. You want to build that Aghanims? You go for it, bro.
What's the stag's to the game? This creep army with just tearing through. There's decent AoE. They are slowly clearing out the Chen creeps. And the Arcane Curse coming into play. Liquid will take the tier 3 and back off, knowing that shrines are available.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Are scanning.
Still empowered Ember to defend high ground with. This is definitely not going to be easy for Liquid to close out this game. They also only have a 7k gold lead now. It was kind of at that point 4 or 5 minutes ago. What's GH so happy about?
Oh, he's so polite. He apologized for tipping someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he tipped the silence to Peksu, and then he apologized. He felt bad. Oh no, I don't want to be presumed toxic. I'm sorry. Yeah, he apologizes for tipping people. Or maybe maybe it was like a tip and then sorry. No, you could just.
If someone says sorry for tipping you afterwards, you just feel bad. Like, oh, you're not worth bad manner.
Actually bad manner.
GH, man, straight to Reddit. GH is blaming Kezu, saying he's unworthy of being tipped.
No,
like,
Peksu.
Peksu.
He went for the silence.
Wow.
Yeah.
The poor 5 position support.
Apologize.
He's calling him out, saying not worth shit talking. You're that bad. That is some bad manners coming out from GH.
Oh, GH.
Absolutely shocking.
He's so polite. Apologizing for tipping. I love it. Well, that Aghanims is...
It's a work in progress.
He's not buying any of the components. I'm pretty sure it's a debate. He's not buying Aghanims. He's just queuing it up.
Okay. Double shockwave though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Does it do anything else? Do you get? Isn't there a shockwave damage talent?
There is.
Dire's top
There is.
shrine is under attack.
At level 15, yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of damage.
75.
That's plus 150 with double.
I think it, dude. I think it does like half damage on the way back.
Oh, really? Only half damage on the way back?
Someone check it out. We can't really see, can we? Because unless he actually buys it. Look it up. You got a PC. I think it does like. It's not. I don't think it.
Stuff.
Have a look. I mean, it's not really a spell that I've really looked too much into because I pretty much discredited it as soon as it was added into the game.
So it could be super OP without us knowing.
Have a look.
Nothing comes up.
Bottom lane, Mind Control gets found out. Looking at Blade comes through. There's going to be a Hand of God though. Global Silence comes in as MNT is trying to finish off the kill onto Mind Control, and he will do so, but now MT is in trouble. Pops the Light Strike Array. Mage and himself hiding in the trees. Mage will get out. MNT looking for the jukes around the trees. He's going to go for the TP. Is he going to make it? No! GH has got the Enchant Totem Charm and we'll get him.
So, increases travel distance and speed and causes shockwave to come back. Return wave slows.
Oh,
units,
that's it.
but deals half damage to only half damage to creeps. Not
Only do the well. I mean, as you
full
said,
damage to heroes.
Okay.
It's a 60% movement speed slow for 2 seconds. It cast range and distance goes up to 1725. It also moves faster. It does a lot. I'm hearing it does lots of things. I'm confused reading it. There's a lot of text in front of me.
Maybe Keza got confused reading it, so he's like, I'm sure this sounds good. There's a lot of text.
Yeah, there were some new heroes when they came out. I remember Oracle came out, and every spell was like an essay, and I'm just like, what?
Every skill name's like an essay.
Yeah, every skill is like
Fortune's Promise End.
And it tried to explain what it does. And
Purifying Flames of Kazar.
Are scanning.
Fate's Edict of Reborn. Come on.
Definitely the new heroes have taken more explanation for how like their spells work.
The most daunting as a new player was definitely hovering over AA's Ice Blast. Like, that literally opens up a Bible.
Yeah.
Like, it fills the screen with a description of the Ice Blast.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really the most complex spell.
No. The complex bit is you have to cast it, then release it. I think that bit is complicated, but also you can't really explain that in text. You just got to use the spell and figure it out, kind of. Although, maybe that's not the best way to tell people to play Dota. Just figure it out.
Well, still maintaining a very big lead. Liquid, they'll get themselves another Roche.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
As I said, I really do hope we see something magical from Keza with the Sagnims.
Yes.
I really do.
He's almost got it. 1,000 gold. I'm curious to see if it... So how much... What's level 4 damage? 300.
So do the math.
Plus 75, so 375.
375.
Half damage on the way back, so...
No, to creeps, but you
to creeps, yeah. But I'm wondering if it kills creep waves is kind of the thing. So it's doing...
Yeah, it should do, right?
Yeah. Should be about enough. It'll do like an extra 187, right? On top of that, so full...
It's going to be close. Well, I guess
like
we're sort of the...
560, 570 damage
It's close.
to creeps.
We'll, I mean, we will see. We will see when he gets it.
Assuming, yeah, he gets that talent, but if he's throwing ags, like...
I mean, yeah.
Throwing ags and not
Like, that
getting
is
your
one
shockwave
thing
damage,
you got it. If you're getting ags, you've got to get that
Radiant's
talent.
bottom tower.
What is the other talent again at 15?
It's,
Attack speed.
we saw it earlier. It was pretty good.
Oh, it's
Strength, yeah.
it's still 15 strength's pretty beefy.
Yep.
That's a decent amount of strength.
350-ish health or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit less than that. Oh.
MNT. He's trying to TP out. He's going to get back to
Getting
base, but the
yeah.
soul burn. It will kill him. Top lane, GH. Open up the Echo Slam. Can he buy enough time for them to come in? He can't. Madara's going to get the chance to get the BKB off. He has already timed that, so this does still come out of it. They're going to go forward. Mage tries to kill Madara. Looks to go over the TP out. He has to cancel it to scoot you away from the Wraith King.
He's gonna live.
He gets out.
Shaker, can he get a blink fissure? Doesn't look like it. The head shake sound effects. How's that what a head shake sounds like?
No, well, when you're, I don't know, you're just sticking your tongue out and having your mouth open like an idiot.
That's not head shaker, that's...
No, well, it's like a head shake, you know, where you're like...
What is a head shake?
Like a groggy head shake, like a...
Okay.
No, like...
Yeah. Trying to clear out your system.
Like, yeah, like you're disgusted.
Okay. How are things? They're holding on. This game is far from over. Magnus almost has Ag
He's
Scepter.
nearly got the Ag Scepter.
It's...
Let's see. Come on, Kezu. Show us the genius that he has built up from all those educational streams he's given. As it manifests itself in the Aghanim Scepter Magnus. I'm ready.
Oh. There's the money. Shadowblade on RMN's Wraith King. Interesting little build coming out. Wants to be hunting people like Ember. And Ember not having Lincolns. But the Manta style means he is prone to being ganked by this Shadowblade. Dara at mid. Doing annoying Weaver little things.
This will do just fine.
Arcane Ring, that's the dream for the Shockwave spam. He's got it. Keep a close eye on him to see
Is
just
under attack.
how. Look at that shockwave range. He
Radiant
can hit both
structures
camps. Oh,
are
not
fortified.
quite. Ooh! He slowed him.
Radiant's
60%
top
slow.
tower is under attack. Radiant's top
Have to see if it
tower
actually
is
clears creep waves.
Look at it go. Oh! He's just showing off.
I'm
now.
sad it doesn't come back to the hero. It comes back to where you cast it from. I feel like it should do the full boomerang. Hex on SF, getting frustrated with the Weaver and his elusiveness. Makes sense.
Oh!
Oh yeah, it looked like it killed the full HP melee creeps. Being scouted by the sentry ward as he went high ground there. Iron Man not going to find anything as he goes
Radiant's
fishing.
top tower is under attack.
And Kazu can clear these creep waves from pretty far away.
Oh, but they've lost Lena. Top lane. Mind control as well, killing off the creep to make sure the Ember Spirit can't come in.
Yep.
There's that Hex on a Miracle.
All right, here we go. Shockwave those creeps.
Not
doesn't
quite enough.
Quite.
Cursed,
Okay.
but it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't totally kill the wave.
That's unfortunate. That's with the Talon as well.
Yeah.
He's a little bit weak. I mean, he just needs a Kaya. That's what I'm hearing. Is build Kaya now.
I mean, if you're going all in, go all in on the Aghanims. Kaya, Octarine, Refresher. Let's go.
Refresher, Magnus. You're talking about normal items now. What is this? We're getting experimental. Pipe on Wraith King. I think he saw this shockwave spam and he's like, how do we keep our creep waves alive if we want to push high ground? He's like, okay, forget Blink Dagger, I'm getting Pipe. Very much, I feel like, in response to Magnus more than anything else. He's the main magic damage right now.
Dire are scanning.
Ember's doing physical with his Battle Fury largely. Mina has some, of course, from the support role. And Chen gonna get a mech. So suddenly just throwing a mech and a pipe to the equation, and the sustain and durability on Liquid's draft is looking a whole lot scarier and harder to deal with.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see. Fish is there. GH just jumped forward, but doesn't quite get the Fisher push on the right
Radiant's
side, so
bottom
MNT's
tower
fine.
is under attack. Radiant structures are
I
fortified.
mean, Liquid definitely sort of keeping it chill. They've got this sizable lead and
Radiant's
keeping it outside the base.
bottom
But Dara will be able to get the tower down bottom.
Had to use the BKB to get out, though. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. Just playing this split push game. Not really ready or able to fight into Liquid, but the question kind of comes like, when are you going to be ready as a team? Zeph is just getting more and more farmed.
Yeah, 18k net worth on Miracle. Far ahead at the moment.
And this Mantle on Ember doesn't feel all too great when there's a Shadow Fiend with Hex, when there's the Wraith King stun out of Invis. Almost feels like the Lincolns would have been much more preferred this game. And so we'll give him some good stats and utility, but all in all is really just helping get him out of the Nature's Prophet Orchid, which is just something else that could have theoretically been blocked by Lincolns.
Bottom lane. Echo Slam. They're throwing the stuns out. Global Silence did come out. Benji's going to get the chance to put the Manta style and get out of there. Will manage to escape that attempt from Liquid.
Yeah, Mage look good.
I'm just,
Okay with this?
we haven't seen an RP yet this game, have we?
He just
Magnus
said yes.
yes.
Magnus.
Yeah, you're not fooling
He's a
anyone
group.
there, Magnus. There we go. We might see one now.
We did see one, bottom. He had a good RP. He had a good.
Oh yeah, he did. He did a good one. Yeah, you're right. We have
One
seen
than
one
that.
RP. Magnus,
two.
Magnus was correct.
I think we saw one other, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, there. Only a shaker here for now. Very defensive build. BKB, Lincoln's, Dragonlance, no damage output on Weaver, but feeling like he just needs to stay alive above all else. Just not normally a situation when you be picking Weaver into this kind of a defensive build. Hero will feel a bit lackluster, but has the Empower at least. Some extra bonus damage. Miracle going for the right click damage. Interesting to see that, not the Shadow Razors.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the push is on.
Yeah, they're into the base. It's getting close to the point where Lithium really needs to do something in terms of going out the combo. Finding some sort of jump, some sort of catch on Liquid's course.
Dire's middle
It's hard to
tower
do.
is under attack.
Hard to do. They're kind of unable to team fight, so as a result, they're split pushing, and Wraith King, you know, gets tier 3 down half health, just happy to do what damage he can, feeds the skeletons, doesn't really care at this point. They're playing for the objectives, and for Miracle's late game kind of win condition where he just gets too farmed for them to lose.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah. Liquid might just be like, well, let's just keep farming until we've got 25 on the SF.
Yeah, Ember's a bit like Tinker in some ways, where can be very annoying to push into, particularly with the Battle Furies, or in this case, the Empower. But all it takes is one mistake and one pick off, and suddenly you know the game's just over, or he has to buy back, and if you kill him without buyback, it's just like, well, game's over. You know, you can delay for 30, 40, 60, 70 minutes, but at some point you got to just bank on the hero getting caught out, making a small little positioning mistake, and with things like Scythe of Vice, that's definitely possible to kill him very easily.
There we go, Roshamp. Once again, go in the way of Liquid. Refresher shard there, ready for the taking for GH. He'll grab the cheese as well for now.
Verse number 3 gives him a few more tools to play around with.
As we can see, this game just been a plain old up and up for Liquid, as sort of as a team, really yet to sort of see Lithium make any sort of plays. Just sort of our post laning stage, as Liquid have just had sort of full roam of the map. As yeah, Lithium have just sort of been left to farm the waves that get pushed up to the base, not coming out of the base themselves, and not trying to slow down Liquid as of yet.
Not ideal, for sure. You're just being out-farmed and outplayed. Lithium almost feel like they're just sitting around waiting for a killing blow to happen, but Liquid not going to humor them just yet. Oh, he's a Wraith King player. He's got the taunt.
Doesn't have the Crimson Witness. Oh yeah, wait, he does. No, he doesn't.
Oh, he's got the regular,
yeah,
the non-Crimson.
And so it continues.
Yep.
Liquid push the waves in.
So hard.
Lithium spam the waves out.
Push into, yeah, Magnus, Ag, Shockwave, Ember, Empower. They're probably going to end up going for some very heavy split push, where like 3 or 4 heroes go high ground one lane, and then some solo heroes split push others, like Mind Control and this Nature's Prophet.
What's up, Kazu?
Yeah.
It's just skewer back onto our man, but that's what just brings him in to get the kill onto maybe next time. As Lena's dead for 50 seconds and with a man down, Liquid will see an opening to really step up the push up top. If the racks are exposed, Iron Man may die the once. He pops the stick charges. He is being chased. And that evasion. He will finally fall, but he's got the reincarnate. Miracle's just taking the racks there. Melee racks are gone. Oh, there goes that double shockwave. Nearly killed him there.
Man, not bad.
Damn.
Definitely showing potential for the build, you know? Another patch or two and maybe will be good enough. Give an extra like 25 damage to that shockwave talent, plus 100 shockwave damage.
Or just patch out the Aghanims upgrade and then everyone's happy.
Like, you need some fun Ag Scepters. This is one of the more unique ones, I think. So many Ags are just like, oh, here's some more damage on this spell or something.
Yeah, it's a fun one for the opponents.
I'm excited for the next big patch. I want to see a bunch of
I
Ag
want a big
Scepters.
patch. Anyone in chat want a big patch? Yeah, give us a yay. I want to see a nice big patch, a nice juicy patch. I want to see some hero reworks.
Yes, some hero reworks.
Yep.
Some new items, some new Ag Scepters, some fun Ag Scepters, some new, I don't know, new neutrals. That'd be fun.
I mean, yeah, we're still in a game where everyone doesn't have an Ag Scepter upgrade.
Yep.
There's absolutely space for more to be added.
Yeah, you know, you work to add all these heroes to CM, but CM mode, and feel like every hero should, you know, at some point have an Axe upgrade. It's only right. Some spell gets upgraded for something.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And they're just losing another Rax there, Lithium.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Not really doing a whole lot, Lithium.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Lane by lane, Liquid methodically going through this game, and Lithium not showing much fight right now.
No. Maybe they just sort of caught by the shock that the Liquid's back. They're like, well, we didn't expect this. Liquid is playing a win, and that, as I said, they're looking back on sort of the form that they were before.
Bring back the Kuro Storm, please.
Yeah.
Is what Lithium's saying.
Yeah, they banned it out. That was a mistake. They should have left the Storm in the draft.
Yep. So to the high ground we go. All the auras being stacked. Drums, Vlads, mech.
Oh, that shockwave!
Wow.
Take the Aegis away.
May have been expiring soon anyways, but Iron Man is super deep in this base. He could just die twice here if he... No, they're not going to go for him. Madara prioritizing other targets, but sprouted up, so he's a bit stuck.
Alright, man. Should indeed die that second time. There's the shockwave slow.
They don't have the kill without that.
No, they actually don't. Well, actually, maybe they did. Actually,
Maybe they do. But
maybe they did.
No.
But for the benefit, we'll get the benefit of the doubt there.
So Magnus gets himself a Shadow Blade, trying to find a way to get some good RPs off. Had one or two, but definitely been hard. It just feels like as a team they're just not ready to fight. They're too far behind. Someone's always split pushing, so just hasn't been able to go in looking for those nice RPs.
No, it's not been a high action game for Kezu. Just 1-1-3. So 4 of the 13 kills he's been in.
That's good.
As there's the X. Oh, blown up by Kuroki. With the nukes there, you're gonna have a jump in from GH with that Echo Slam. Locking down Mage. RP comes out onto the one of them. Can he kill off Mind Control? No, he can't. Mind Control's gonna get the cheese off. Mage will survive. GH is back up to full as well. They're hunting him. And we'll get GH. Yes, they should. Light Strike Array will hold him down. They get the kill.
Not bad at all.
A bit of action there for Lithium, getting a couple of kills, finding into sort of cheeses and stuff, but still getting away with the favourable trade.
Yeah, finding a way to use the RP as well.
Yeah.
Ultimately not getting quite the huge team fight they'd like, but Ember surviving because of it, then getting some extra damage output with the Sleight of Fist inside that RP, so not hopeless yet for Team Lithium, but definitely not a good place to be. Just your mid-racks remaining, side lanes all pushed in, Liquid just happy to sit back, chill, wait for next Roche.
Alright.
That's a bit rude.
Miracle 6-0-0. No non-assist game. This man is a killer. Mind Control says goodbye.
Yep.
Just those mid-racks remain alive here inside of the base of the Lithium. Our men going for the late game Radiance. Because why not?
Nature's Prophet. We see this lane. I don't actually think. Yeah, it looks like they were out of sight from each other. Didn't see the courier either. Maybe going through.
Are scanning.
What's the Dota plus win rate on this one? Not yet.
98.
Yeah, sounds about right. Actually, that looks like it went up to 100 and then it sort of changed its mind.
Yeah. There's a dip.
Yeah.
At least
so is it at least on 99? Something made it dip. Probably those 2 kills, I guess.
Yeah. Dota Plus is like, oh shit, I did 100. Oh. Gotta take that back. They got some kills. Erase. Okay. More pickoffs maybe going their way. Kuro.
I'm struggling to kill the Chen here.
Oh.
Got all the RP, but he got the BKB out before, so that Axe Shockwave ain't gonna hurt. It's not even gonna hit him.
With the lifesteal, he's keeping himself in fighting shape. Didn't even have to pop Satanic.
This poor old Peck's on the side, so he'll be the sacrificial lamb once again from Lithium.
What can Lithium do? They really need to try to get some map control. They've got some good wards outside their base to try and protect themselves. Ultimately, though, it does feel like Liquid are just kind of buying their time, waiting for this next Roche respawn.
Odara trying to kill off Iron Man. Is he going to make it inside of the base? Miracle, he's pushed it on. Madara is going to be able to take down RMM once. Lincolns will be there to block the Ray Fire Blast, but Madara Shikuchi's away. Mid lane, mind control. He's got the Hex onto Mage. Sprouted as well. Fish is out for GH. He jumps in. They'll take him down before he gets the chance to run and out. And Miracle's back into the high ground. Another Hex catches out the Lina. Lina's gone. Buyback comes out from Mage. They're on top of Miracle, but he's got the BKB. Couple of hits and Peksu's out. Double kill for Miracle. The Mage is trying to cut them down with the Slider Fist. Kessie jumps forward. He hasn't got an RP, but watch out for that Shockwave. He's not going to get it out. GH has a slam, a second slam as Madara gets Hex. Weaver's dead. Kessie will buy back for this one. If he can find the angle, he might be able to kill a melee creep.
Watch out, creeps. Stay away. Well,
that's the mega creeps.
Liquid Draft comes together. They're very good at playing around Chen. Kuros Chen did a lot here in the early game. Helped win them all 3 lanes.
Yep.
And a lot of this game, it went here to 42 minutes, but when you lose all 3 lanes and you're playing from behind for most of the game, that often is kind of the story of the game.
Oh!
Well, they
that's the 3-man RP. Look nice.
Yep.
Look nice. But that was, one of those games that I guess everyone was having fun in it. They just wanted to keep it going. It was.
Oh yeah, and you have Magnus. It's the same as the Magnus Troll game we saw in SEA,
sure,
where
there's always a chance.
You feel like there's a chance when you have the big team fight ultis. Like you don't want to just tap out when you're still a lane of racks standing. You can be down 4 racks. You can be down 20, 30, 40k gold. We've all seen those kind of comebacks over the years in Dota. They don't happen often, but they can happen. And most of the time, it is with those big late game carries or big late game ultimates, which is kind of what was in the on the cards there. So can't blame them for not giving up. And Liquid definitely showing they're in much better form today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's sort of the Liquid of age that we expect to see. And predictions. You went with the Magnus gods.
You catch. You have caught up.
No, I'm still 2 behind you. So
yeah.
Now once again, and 1 behind on the predictions. I'll give myself a point.
Here we go.
As indeed, Liquid, as we saw, will not lose to a Magnus. They didn't go sort of that low today. But I don't know. We're not going to see Magnus again this series, are we, gods? No,
I don't know. The hero doesn't seem terrible to me. I think
really?
His lane was the one that was lost the least.
What? Yeah. Well, exactly. And then
exactly.
He didn't do it. Well, exactly.
He was the strongest as far as the heroes go.
He had a great lane, but then what did it do?
What did anyone on the team?
Oh, I mean, okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. It was, yeah.
I'm not sold on the Magnus's garbage train yet. He's the hero. We'll give him some hope.
We'll give him some hope. We'll see. Maybe they'll prove me wrong and draft it again. But as for game 1, a pretty plain and simple victory for Liquid. A little drawn out. They take it easy. They take it safe. They get the win as CIS.
What's happening in CIS?
Empire are out. Update.
They're out.
Spoilers. Empire are out. Espada. They won the series.
Ooh.
And I believe that means the next series they're going to be playing is going to be Espada versus Na'Vi in the final.
That is exciting.
It's an exciting one. It's going to be starting pretty soon. You'll be able to check it out on the channels. Obviously, we're sticking with Liquid versus Lithium, but Espada versus Na'Vi is the grand final of the CIS regional qualifiers. So one of those 2 teams will be making it to LAN. Will Na'Vi do it, or will Espada come out top again, like they did, I do believe, in the major qualifiers? I believe Espada did indeed make it a little bit further than Na'Vi. But yeah, we're going to have a short break. Do not go anywhere, because we're going to be back to see if Lithium can pull this series around, or if Liquid are going to get the 2-0. As Liquid 1-0 up at the moment in the EU regional qualifiers, down in this lower bracket. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Corsair Dream League Season 10. I'm Only Pixel. I'm here with Gods, and we are getting ready for a continuation of Liquid versus Lithium. After game one that was not the most exciting of games, not sort of the most high octane, it was a pretty chill one. It was a great one for you guys and girls to, have something to drink, get the food in, look after the family, take care of your pets, take care of your babies, just be good all-round human beings. Great game to do that in. Game two, though, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be action-packed. I can guarantee that. I'm guaranteeing that.
Yeah, so put your food down, put your snacks down, put your babies in bed, whatever it may be.
Oh,
Eyes on
the
screen.
babies can watch as well,
Yeah, get them started young.
Get them
some dough.
absolutely. Millions of dollars on the line. You could be, sort of growing up the next Samael or something.
Yeah, you look at the trajectory. By the time they're 15 to 20, it's more than millions. So you're looking at, I don't know, whatever comes next.
Well, there we go. There we go.
Big money.
Game one weren't great.
No, it wasn't. And this is a team that they beat Liquid before. They also lost game one that time against Liquid, I believe. So they won't be thrown off.
No, they won't be. They can certainly combat Lithium. They've done it before.
A very talented team.
They've got a lot of great players, and I think they've got a lot of great. They've got a lot of ideas. Kezu is, if you watch his streams, he's got a very interesting sort of way of thinking about the games. I like that he does try a lot of different things. Some of the things don't work out. I am not sold on the Magnus. I'm sorry, Seb. I know you're watching, and I love you. And I know you say, Magnus, he's a good hero. You're not convincing me, Seb. Sorry, he's in the garbage bin. You can win your TI, all right? But that hero, other than when you touched it, Seb, it literally didn't win anything. Okay?
So you're
even you and Seb, even Seb actually. Seb, Seb, back at DAC, sir, I remember the game where you were mid on Magnus, and you built an Aghanim Scepter, and you lost that game, Seb. And you never built Aghanim Scepter again on Magnus. Or did you build it in the finals? I don't think you did.
You were casting,
No, I didn't.
don't know.
I was casting. That's true. But you didn't build it. So, Seb, at the least, maybe we can agree that Aghanim's Magnus isn't good. No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I love you. French. Beautiful. Bugger. Anyway, so it's game two. We're not seeing Magnus again, Seb. We're not. I'm telling you now.
We might.
We're not seeing Magnus again. Kezu knows. I'm sure Kezu knows. He's not going to pick Magnus again.
Okay.
But I look forward to seeing. The draft should be starting soon, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, reminder, the winner of this series is going to go forward, and they are going to get to play against Mango Bay in the next round of the lower bracket. The team that did knock down Liquid to this lower bracket in the first round of the upper bracket.
Yeah,
2-0.
We thought, Liquid Lithium, grudge match now. Lithium knocked Liquid out, but if they get past this, we've got a new grudge match. It's going to be Mango Bay versus Liquid, the team who knocked Liquid down the lower bracket. Liquid have a lot to prove.
Yep.
Once dominated the European region, now they have to fight their way through the trenches and deal with, players that they haven't been versing in a lot of these big tournaments, but players that are a lot hungrier than them, maybe looking to prove a lot more, and definitely have a lot of talent, so not going to be easy for them. And even with the ones that are elite, you're going to imagine Lithium have plenty more of strats and ideas up their sleeves.
They are indeed. And I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see them. And Liquid, I imagine in terms of roles, do you think they're just going to RMN? Kuro support once again?
Maybe it's a hero thing.
I was going to say, I guess it depends on the heroes.
Kuro's been a big Chen player.
Heroes.
He's an amazing Chen, so it might depend. I think there's some cores that Kuro's comfortable on, others that doesn't shine as much on. We'll see. It's hard, particularly in the mid lane. We saw the game he played mid yesterday. He got trounced. It was a really rough time. He had a bad hero matchup. I think it was a Tiny versus Mirana, but he got solo killed twice. Wasn't even close in CS. Playing mid these days is something kind of just, for the elite few mid laners, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, this European qualifiers, Liquid.
Yeah.
I'm still a little shocked that they have picked it up as much as they did. I thought after the other days of gaming that we were just going to see Liquid just absolutely flop again.
Yeah, it felt like...
I don't know what...
Watching them play, it just felt like they didn't want it that much or seem to care. At least, obviously, I don't know. Maybe
no, it's hard to tell when we're just watching a game. But you're right. It definitely felt different today from Liquid. Just sort of the proactiveness. You sort of seeing 10 minutes in, they're taking Roshans, they're taking tier 2 towers. They were just getting a lot of stuff done on the map. And to the point where it really felt like the pace that Liquid were playing, it was just catching Lithium off guard. They that sort of fast-paced dota was a bit crazy. We do have a vote going on in the chat, as it seems, to see what you lads and ladies think about who's going to win this. And of course, a reminder from earlier, you were of course correct. You guys called the Tigers victory, but 75% of you said Tigers was going to win over Admiral Dota. You were correct on that one, as you can see there. 63% say Liquid. So I can see that. I see that you take that into account and sort of split it over the series. That's sort of maybe indicating a 2-1. I can absolutely see Lithium taking the game. I can see them taking the game. Taking the series is going to be hard, though. If Liquid are going to keep playing like they did in Game 1, it's going to be a tough series for Lithium.
I agree. I think Lithium maybe need to go away from this Weaver. They've lost a few games recently with it. Just a hero that seems to always be forced into these defensive builds, which is where it just doesn't shine. But maybe they have some ideas that can make it work here in game number 2 as we are into the draft.
Here we go. Let's see. Let's see how they change it up. I want to see new strats from Lithium. I want to see another idea from Kezu being tested out. I love it when he brings something new to the table. And his last ideas were a little off the ball. But I'm confident that he's going to have more there. He's always got a plan, Kezu. Yeah, Shaker for Liquid. This is going to be the first pick. Silence is still in the pool. What are sort of the first phase heroes have we got that have been left in?
The Silencer.
Silencer's the big one, I feel, for one of the sides. Even though
Wyvern's banned, so...
Yeah.
We'll see what they have in mind. Tiny's still there.
Enigma's still there.
Some teams first 2.
There's the Silencer.
Why not? Are they a Gen team, maybe?
I want to see Kezu on one of those classic offlets. Just get Kezu on the Enigma. I'm a big believer in the Kezu Enigma.
Yep. Where are we looking at for Silencer? He's one of the lost fellas.
You've got the Silencer. I think it's a fantastic opener. Silencer Enigma. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Do you disagree with that, chat? Good.
I'm sure someone does. There's one person out there.
There's one person. Someone's disagreeing. And now everyone's saying, that's me. Smiley face. Don't disagree. We're the professionals.
Team Liquids.
Tiny. There we go. Yep.
Okay.
Good hero.
Yep.
Versatile.
Yeah, it goes in any role.
And just different. You know, you've done this first stage Weaver a few too many times, haven't had success. It doesn't feel good to lose with the same thing and again. You lose faith in it. You just have to bring out the new ideas, then try something else that's going to work for you. So Tiny, Kezu,
10 seconds
Madara. I guess where do you think?
I feel more Kezu. I feel more Kezu on the Tiny. This was his playstyle. Liquid again. Uh-oh, it's the same draft as last time, and that worked out pretty damn well.
Yeah, this is
Prophet Shaker once again for Liquid. A repeat of game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the question sort of is, do you need to start breaking some of this up? Do you need to start taking away some more of these heroes that they played in Game 1? Sure, you've already taken away the Chen in your first phase bans.
10 seconds remaining.
If there is going to be an SF, it's not going to come anytime soon. It probably was to be left to the last pick. And probably unlikely, because one of the things, you know, through sort of thick and thin with Liquid is that very rare that Miracle will play the same hero 2 games in a row.
Yeah. And I imagine there'll be adjustments from Lithium after how that last game went. When it comes to if a SF is picked, they picked Ember after the SF, which, you know, as far as fitting into their draft, Ember was a great pick. It worked with the Empower, gave them some kind of gap-closing initiator, a big playmaker, it suits Mage, but lanes matter so much right now, and he just got pummeled in lane. He was forced to jungle at level 4. SF was like level 7 when Ember was level 4.5. It was just an unplayable lane, thanks to some nice Shaker rotations, and that made all the difference. So they will target the Wraith King from last game, force Liquid into something else. No Wraith King, no Chen.
Yep, they're going to go something different. And I think this is nice as well in the sense that, as we said, you know, Kuroki can play support because maybe RMM was confident enough on the Wraith King. So even if you take away just, well, obviously they took away the Chen, now they take away the Wraith King, this might sort of force them to switch things back round. And, you know, depending on how you look at it, maybe that's a weakness. Kuroki's had some rough games on court recently. So this could be a good move from Lithium, sort of forcing the hand of Liquid and making them sort of fall back to that. They have left the Kuroki Storm Spirit in the game this time, at the moment. So maybe Liquid will go for that. Could be tempting. They have the Prophet.
You think he would play it, not Miracle, if they picked him?
I think
Wants to
just
redeem himself?
Kuroki likes to play the Storm, yeah.
Okay.
So I think he could. I don't know where it's going to be. As to be said, it looked a bit rough the other day when he did play it. But then again, a lot of things looked a bit rough from Liquid in sort of those series.
And
before.
not even just him, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
team
exactly.
as a whole were
Yeah, the team. Yeah.
a bit all over the place.
So that isn't to say it wouldn't be great today if Liquid just continue to play as they did in Game 1. It could look a lot stronger. But yeah, Lithium ban it. They ban it.
Yeah.
They don't want Liquid to grab the Storm and get something that Liquid themselves obviously feel comfortable on and do have pleasure playing.
Yep, so Silencer, tiny flexible Silencer. Likely just to be the kind of 5 position hard support. The Ward Buyer, so could be looking at an MNT pick. Bounty Hunter in the pool, which was banned out last game. It is a pretty good hero as far as picking off heroes like and finding, scouting the Shakers and the Nature's Prophets. Like the Bounties, the Nixes. Can be annoying, but they are going to double down.
They do like the Madara Weaver.
Yep.
They do like to get the Madara Weaver every game. And I mean, I do feel this hero is very strong at the moment. It's just been hard for Madara in some of the games. Very much one of those heroes that, you know, if suddenly you're sort of playing from behind, it's like, oh, I need to find the BKB, and then before I really get involved, oh, hang on, I need to get a Lincoln Sphere as well. But if you do have a good time in the laning stage, get those early kills, Weaver is a pretty good snowball hero.
Move Shaker kind of into the river. He's going to be roaming a bit, I imagine, between the mid and top lane, as we saw last game. Definitely something we're seeing a bit more of a return of is these roaming 4 positions, no longer being this kind of hard dual lane setup. If you can get these more self-sustaining cores in a lane, like the Nature's Prophet, in SEA we've seen the Enigma, that's where Shakers, Earth Spirits are actually coming back in favor as of late. What do Liquid want to get though? Plenty of room to change things up. I mean, they have to. 2 of their heroes from last games are being removed, so we'll see if they have different ideas in mind. The Enchantress are there if they want to get the jungler, but not quite the same hero as a Chen by any means. Can't just accept it, pretend it's going to be a one-to-one replacement. Other heroes Kuro might play. Against Weaver, you could be considering some more lockdown. I think with the Nature's Prophet Orchid and the Shaker, you've got enough. You don't have to. It's nice to have like a lion type hero, but it's not essential. So you're not going to see them picking it just for the sake of it.
Oh, that's a hero we don't see a lot of. Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Ah, Witch Doctor. Okay. So, I mean, but why do we not see this hero much? Why is Witch Doctor sort of shied away from at the moment?
He got nerfed, pretty much.
Yeah.
He was good. He was one of the top supports, and then Maledict
One of the biggest
cooldown.
cooldown nerfs I feel like we've ever seen in Dota 2, right?
Yes, that was like I don't like Witch Doctor, says Ice Frog. Stop picking him.
Yeah.
20-second cooldown to 50 seconds at level 1. Particularly because level 1 Maledict is not a lot of damage. It's a spell that like kind of exponentially gets stronger.
That's the problem, is it? Like how you tweak it, because in the right sort of scenario, it does an insane amount of damage if you've got sort of the right heroes around it. So it could be incredibly.
It seemed weird to further nerf level 1 Maledict while leaving the max Maledict the same, but at the same time, Witch Doctor is still viable, gives you some strong laning presence with the heal if you're up against some of these really high pressure lanes. Is definitely still an option, but definitely one of those kind of forgotten supports. You know, a lot of these 5s, the 5 position pool always feels like the smallest. There's always like, you know, a small little handful of them which are considered the best. Right now it's Silencer, Wyvern, Undying, Phoenix maybe you could say. And then they just seem so much more impactful than everything else, and then something new will come in because the top ones get nerfed, the other ones get buffed. It used to be, you know, Warlock, Witch Doctor all the time, these heals.
I like this from Lithium, because this is, I believe, again in the series against Liquid, this was like, you know, Darkseer, right? It's Darkseer. No one plays Darkseer at the moment. This hero is nobody wants to touch it, apart from Kezu. He will, and he did win with it. It is a hero that he believed in, and a hero that in his hands I do trust. I don't trust it in many other players' hands, but in Kezu's hands, I know he's got a plan, he's got an idea. It worked out for them in the game in the major qualifiers. Could it work out for them here? I like that he's sort of sticking to the... As I said, you know, this is Kezu. He's got an idea, he's got a plan. It's very different to sort of any other captain would have of the game at the moment. this worked for him before, and if depending on how they lane this, I mean,
Well,
do you think they'll do like Darkseer Weaver?
big question is, is it dual lane? I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't think?
Well, Weaver's going to be
sorry,
Madara's here. I think the question is, where is Tiny going? Is he a support?
Yeah, because this is Kezo's playing the Darkseer full stop.
Yep.
So Tiny.
MNT's plays him. It is flexible.
Yeah.
It's also a mid, but
I think at the moment, yeah, MNT.
yeah, probably see some forward position. Here you can kind of chuck the Iron Shell. It's not great at running at people, but we'll leave him down there with the old Darkseer for now. Could see some trialing action. Toss people in the towers, put him up there with the 2 supports, deal with the strong dual lane as they get a Necrophos.
Right, so obviously, Necrophos, Witch Doctor Shake, a lot of magical burst. Makes the life of Weaver pretty tricky until Weaver gets that BKB or Lincoln's. And as always, extra magical burst with the Maledict is going to be a nice way to take down some of the tankier heroes like Tiny with that large HP, and Darkseer as well. Darkseer, of course, likely to build that hype, build the pipe for the team.
Or Necro. Is that a Miracle mid hero? Maybe an Iron Man hero? That seems like a hero a support player would play.
That seems Iron Man-y to me.
Iron Man and Kuro, both supports, and I think Necro is the kind of hero that, it's like in your wheelhouse. Just because I think the way it plays out is not too difficult just to pick up if you haven't played the hero in a while. So, last man on to Lina. Targeting some of the mids.
Yeah, I think that is most likely, isn't it? The 2 mid matchups to last.
And Necrophos actually against Darkseer, that makes a lot of sense. Having a hero with some sustain, you're often forced to last hit under tower with the Iron Shell, shoving out the lane. Necro has that built-in health regen from his passive, and they get Monkey King. Okay. Miracle does like playing Monkey King, so
He does.
this is quite likely a hero in his hands. But what lane is the question? Don't know. Monkey King versus Darkseer is like not quite the melee matchup you want.
He's going to be able to sort of get himself away with the Surge. It's hard to get the stacks up. He's got the Iron Shell as well. So those early levels, the lifesteal for the Jingu Mastery, not really enough to sort of offset the damage of, like double Iron Shell and a couple of creeps.
I don't think there's like an obvious lane right off the get-go. And even getting the Jingu, because Darkseer can just sit back while the Iron Shell's there.
Yeah, it's not these. Maybe they're thinking that the Tiny's mid and he wants sort of that MK versus Tiny matchup, but as we say, the Tiny is not going to be mid, and we're right.
I think you can't really send Monkey mid versus Tinker, so I'm going to say
okay. I think
Necro's going there, I guess.
I don't know.
Or even Nature's Prophet goes there.
I think Liquid were assuming Tiny was mid. They didn't consider the fact that he wasn't, and now they maybe have a bit of an awkward matchup in that lane.
Yeah. So Tinker comes out as the last pick. Haven't seen a Tinker today. Thought we'd see some in SEA. Kept getting banned, but good to see Tinker make an appearance, and should be a fun one.
So, looking at these 2 lineups, what do we reckon? Honestly, if I was going purely by the drafts, I think I would favour Lithium here. I like the Tinker pick. I think the Monkey King is going to have a bit of an awkward time this game. There's pretty much for all 3 cores, and not sort of the dream cores for Monkey King to try and beat upon at the early stages. But overall, I do think Liquid are back on something today. I think they are playing to win. There is no sort of signs of messing around. So I'm going to have to go with Liquid. But as I say, I do like the draft of Lithium.
Okay. Covering your bases. That sounds like you're kind of sitting on the fence there.
I mean, I'm saying Liquid's going to win.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, kudos to Lithium. I like your idea, but I think you'll still lose.
Yeah, I think the Darkseer is kind of an untested, unproven hero a bit for me. I see it every now and then, but not sold on what it brings to the table. Tinker, pretty good Tinker game overall, but I'm going to go Liquid as well. Yeah. I'll probably be wrong again. All 3 Liquid games so far have yet to predict correctly, so don't really seem to understand Liquid very well. No.
I mean, as I said, it was a bit of a different Liquid that we've seen today, but hey, that could all change in game 2. As I said, I'm pretty sure it was the Darkseer game. It was game 2 or game 3 that Kezu, I think it was the last game, the game that actually knocked them out, knocked Liquid out, when Kezu brought out the Darkseer pick, and as I said, he had a great game on it. It's an impressive hero. It was the game where Miracle played Morphling, and Kezu, I remember, got pretty late game. He had sort of like the double walls, and he was able to use that Miracle's Morphling wall illusion to just destroy Morphling.
We'll see here. It is Kuro on the support still. Arament playing the Necro, as we kind of expected, and Miracle on his beloved Monkey King.
Hey, let's check out these win rates of Mage. How's it thinking? Have you got his
We've
page
been
up?
picking on Mage all tournament long. I guess why stop now? You know?
It's good fun. Yeah, well, we like to see the win rate.
Oh, Tinker's his third
Oh,
most.
third most played hero.
59%.
That's pretty good.
See, the thing is, everything other than Invoker in his top 10 most played, he's 50
actually-
or
yeah.
above. He has one hero. He's
But
played
what about that Quap?
Quap. He has 50. Oh, okay.
Well, what's the Quap win rate?
The Quap's it's a bit below 50.
Okay.
Just kidding. Not, they're not.
Yeah.
Everything else is. Win Ranger, he's played 322 games of,
Oh,
and at 50% win rate.
for the memes.
For the memes.
For the
Although
memes.
he's one half, so
30 seconds.
50-50 Win Ranger player. Yeah, his Ember didn't get the win last game, even though he's played a lot of it. His Tinker he's played even more of, 509 games, so definitely a Tinker player.
Oh, there goes the Monkey King.
Monkey is going to be going mid. I thought they might swap up the roles here. He's also riding down mid. Is this an NA pub? What can we check? Can we check what server we're on? No.
Let's see.
The battle begins.
Well, here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of Liquid versus Lithium. Liquid. One game away from knocking Lithium out of the competition, getting revenge for Lithium being the ones to knock them out of the major qualifiers. Can Lithium pull out that similar sort of magic with the Kezu Darkseer that they were able to in the major qualifiers?
Yeah, they're lane swapping. They really want this Darkseer against Nature's Prophet. And this thing we keep seeing a bit of is these offlaners just sniping range creeps from behind the wave.
Secure 'em.
Exactly, secure them. You don't want it because of the creep equilibrium tricks where you can draw aggro onto the range creep. It's much easier to deny range creeps than any other creep.
I like this decision. No, put Kuro in the mid lane, so suddenly you're not leaving the Monkey King 1v1.
Level 1 Boundless Strike, and I like that decision because you're not getting Jingo against Tinker when he's lasering you, and he's going to mess with your last hit, so use Boundless Strike just to get farm here. May as well.
That's Kuro.
Yeah, got a Fissure here with the block. This is going to be a tough situation for MNT to get out of. They have another cast, but it looks like MNT should be able to get out of there. He's got boots, so he's fine.
Just keeping that sort of the whole mid lane a bit of a safe space for Miracle. GH and Kuro babysitting as such. Top lane, man.
Very low. Does verify his way out of there. There's a salve as well. Arcane Curse damage really kicking in. That's a lot of health regen used early on, and he's only got 3 CS to show for it. So
as you're saying, so with this bottom lane, how do you expect that to go, the Darkseer Prophet?
Darkseer can deal with the treants just fine.
Yeah.
Both heroes should farm okay. We're going to see Prophet. He's got 6 denies, and that's how you beat a Darkseer, is just denying lots. And I think partly why the hero isn't considered too strong or like a super popular pick is because the laning stage, these denies, if you're forced to just leave Iron Shell on the wave and sit back with your hero, you're not really securing the last hit soul too well. Monkey, though, securing a lot of last hits here in the mid lane. Just using another Boundless Strike to get these range creeps. But yeah, Mind Control, Blightstone, doing what harass he can. Both heroes, as I said, kind of should farm pretty well with Nature's Prophet having even a bit of an edge. They rotate. They wanted this Darkseer versus Nature's Prophet, but it's not going to be a instant lane win by any means.
Radiant
GH, yeah. So you can get the angle on that, but the
knows he's
scan.
there,
Yeah, Mage is aware.
He knows if he gets the block on the ramp that Monkey King can kill him, even with the laser there. You can chase him down potentially. Particularly if he sees like an early boots or something on the Monkey King to get that movement speed advantage. Oh man, getting very low here. Definitely showing some signs of struggle here in this top lane. The 2 support players, Ironman and Kuro, laning up here together. One of them though playing the core role. Oh, looks like they did end up going for the fissure block into a body block.
Very nicely done by GH. Sets up for the first blood for Miracle.
Very nice indeed.
As Mage, we didn't know he was there, but it's always tricky because it's sort of a game of patience.
Yeah.
How long's that Shaker going to sit around for? How long can you afford to sort of sit in a position where you're not finding anything from the middle lane?
Absolutely. Top lane though continuing to go well for Lithium. They're really bullying Kuro and RMN. The cast turnaround though, nicely played by the Liquid side. Finding fire with their own firepower. Kuro also just, go this heal build for the sustain. Not having the easiest time getting the last hits, and once he starts getting some of those, he will get that natural regen kicking in. But yeah, Monkey and Nature's Prophet really dominating.
Yeah. Double CS for Miracle in that mid lane because of the way they've been able to play it with GH.
Yep.
And Kuroki started taking the turns to look in onto Mage and keep the pressure on the Stinker.
Double damage as well. See if this is something they can use to find another kill. Shaker's again roaming on the mid lane. Miracle's probably going to go for these last hits first, but nope, he sees how far up he is, and another fissure block. This time he's not... Oh, he initially runs the opposite way, but again, GH is there for the body block.
Causing so many issues for the Stinker. Miracle and GH as a pair are making Mage's life absolute hell.
Yeah, this feels much more like Liquid. Kuro securing the safe lane and making sure things go at least okay there, and then GH roaming around, creating havoc, securing Miracle a fantastic game. 2 games in a row now, we've seen him just win mid lane and set Miracle up for success. Still getting value out of that TD. Gets another Boundless Strike off for some bonus damage.
Bottom, mind control.
Yeah, wants the bounty rune, but...
Oh, he's getting bursted. In fact,
gets brought down the tree grab.
Look at the 1-for-1. Kezi goes down. So the mind control, MNT. He's got some Iron Shell on him, still should be able to chase down GH. As there we have it, MNT, the true winner there out of that trade, gets a double kill.
Ooh, top lane, they get some kills as well. Bounty rune will be claimed by MNT, so it's, yeah, they swing it back. Gets the bottle as well to make sure he can get some extra charges, stay on the map a bit longer.
Good stuff there from the side lanes.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 points in Gosha. That's not your everyday Necro build. I mean, the 2-2-0 build, but feeling like he needs that extra duration of physical damage immunity. Definitely has been a tough lane for him, but feels like being put in this place where you're just not doing that hard stop aura damage does make the lane just even easier for the Weaver and Silencer, who have put a ton of pressure on him. Necro, though, is still relatively even in CS. Has not died himself, but has had to chew through a lot of regen.
Two-level difference here between the two mids. MNT in position, though, just to try and stop those sort of similar plays coming out from GH's top lane. Diving in again. Kuro and RMN falling very low. Madara getting stunned underneath the tower. He will get that kill. And he'll get away as well as he cuts himself in the trees. RMN, he may just die also. And he does. Madara getting the double kill.
Yeah, they kept the beat. Ooh!
They just wrapped mind control.
Here. He's got one. Can he get 2? I think yeah, he's got it. Kept the bug on him a bit long. Needed to get rid of that, the Necro. They killed the Witch Doctor one, but not the Necro bug, and he should have probably just focused that before trying to kill the Weaver. Either way, the outcome is still not too bad for Liquid, considering how well Mind Control's doing. The Necro doesn't need to be having a fantastic game to kind of carry this one or anything. Miracle's crushing mid, and did get another fissure, not blocking off the lane though.
Ooh. Goes for the stun after the laser's been used. Can't quite get close enough for the final touch though.
Got life steal though. He wants Mage.
I was going to say, you got to be careful where you toss that guy. He won't be able to get the hit off. Doesn't get any life steal. As MNT will keep Mage safe.
Nicely played. Good use of the haste rune, MNT. Keeping him safe, finding the kill, and he's likely got more. But haste rune wearing off. He doesn't want to risk it.
Mind control came in.
Wow, mind controls.
Oh, again, these Nature's Wraths.
Nature's Wrath.
Perfect use of it every time to sort of get these kills in return. I mean, Mind Control's loving the fact that sort of, you know, Lithium's diving it, well, getting the kills on his teammates because it's just allowing Mind Control to come up and clean up.
Quick pause coming out. Mind Control, yeah, off to a very hot start on this Nature's Prophet. It's going to be a big pest around the map.
I suppose Madara, of course, on his Weaver. Getting a lot from that top lane, those kills.
Yeah, the issue can become because Nature's Prophet's doing so well. You're going to see that fast Orchid, which means Weaver, doesn't matter how well you're doing, you're going to be forced into a fast BKB. Probably don't see like the Manta, but like a BKB or a Lincoln's, which is just not an item you want to be getting like early on. Rune is up top.
Looking look for the body blocks here with the Treants.
Yeah. T.
Oh.
Reap it, and RMN, he's back. Ends the killing spree. Good chunk of gold.
Top lane, Miracles coming with the rotation. Yep. Looking to get those boundless strikes built up on Kip Peksu.
Oh, blocks off Miracle and stops him getting the Jingu, which is...
We'll get it out. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
It's got the strikes built up.
He's still trying to juke in the trees while The Weaver scurries himself out of there and will be back to safety. So no Madara kill. The Fissure was trying to prevent Madara from getting anything else out of there, but ultimately made it a bit more difficult for Miracle to get the kills. So how's Tinker doing? Very rough start for him, but
he can always climb back. As long as he doesn't get too late of a timing on the bots, you're always going to be able to farm.
All right, sitting there idly a bit as they have a toss combo coming his way. Maybe no toss immediately. MNT holding on to it, tosses Darkseid forward, and with the Iron Shell damage, they know they can get that kill.
Yeah, it's a dangerous lane for him to be in. Those two will have no trouble killing the Necrophos each and every time, where it's just sort of gotten to a point where, you know, where does RMN go? Each side lane, he's going to have a rough timing.
Yeah. Not really a hero that you want to be sending to the jungle or anything like that either. Doesn't particularly thrive there. Miracle treads Aquila, has an Echo Saber queued up, so going for those early fighting items, and uh-oh. Mage doesn't get blocked by the Treants. Mind control. Surrounding him with the Sprout and doesn't quite get the block he wanted. And top lane RMN, well, you said where does he go? He goes top, and I don't know if this is an answer to the where do you go question.
Everywhere on the map is dangerous for RMN.
Okay.
Didn't have the Reaper's side. The Balance Trap will come out. The Silence is going to be there to stop the Primal Spring, but still he'll jump his way down. Shikuchi's back up though for Madara as he creates the distance between himself and Miracle. Bottom lane, GH. Not going to get there in time to stop MNT getting the bounty room. We'll be able to chop MNT, and MNT can't pick up another tree because he's already got one. So MNT will be stuck as Mind Control continues his reign on this game, getting another kill.
But things are swinging Lithium's way. It started off, you know, Liquid with the edge in their laning stage, but ever since they've killed this Necro a few more times and found these kills, it's not quite been going as well. And Monkey King, he's hoping for a kill here, it looks like, maybe with the Nature's Wrath from the high ground, but won't find anything. Monkey King's not really accelerating his farm all too well because he was doing great in the lane stage when he has these ganks coming in. Uh-oh, Mage. Speaking of ganks, okay. That's a big streak to end if they can kill the Nature's Prophet.
He's got the drums, he's pretty speedy.
Very fast. No toss here if he wants to go for a TP, but doesn't do so.
Trying to get the courier.
Route TP toss is back up. He gets him. The creep not working in Mind Control's favor here as Avalanche will finish him off. And Tinker nicely gets the last hit. That's a nice chunk of gold towards his Boots of Travel. Good punish.
Took a few resources, but yeah, absolutely worth it. Mind Control's the one worth the most at the moment on the map. Well, still, Mage, he is making that recovery. Despite that, you know, Liquid putting a lot of attention on that middle lane at the start, he's not in a terrible place at the moment on his Tinker.
Yeah, he's not happy, but at least okay with where he's at.
Yeah.
Say, unlike the Necrophos, who had a rough start and continues to have a bit of a rough time. Good 600 gold difference between those two in their current net worth. Darkseid, what's his next move going to be? Just running back towards his jungle to Iron Shell up is tiny as GH could be in some trouble here.
Nice Jim. Quick toss back, putting GH underneath the tower, get a Fissure off. In fact, all that kind of set him up for the stun onto Mage.
Oh, I think it sounded good in theory, like let's feed our Tinker more kills so we can get his Boots of Travel. Oh wait, there's a Fury on.
He still, he set that up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for MNT, but as you say, the good intentions.
I was probably called out, like, we're going to toss him into the tower. Tinker, you take the kill or something. But ultimately, yeah, it just probably just shows up. Mind Control's is playing some crazy aggressive style here. This is, I'm used to seeing his Nature's Prophet in the aggression, but this is, I feel like, a whole new level of it, where he's just willing to blindly TP behind the mid-tier 1 to try and find the Tinker. Elsewhere, Miracle continues to farm pretty well on the Monkey King, second in terms of net worth behind his teammates, so can't really complain about that if you're Liquid.
No.
Looking for action here. Gonna find Pexi.
Yep.
Just drops himself down. Takes one. They do get silenced, and that's going to allow Madara to turn and get one kill. He's got Kezu as well with the Iron Shell. Miracle He needs help, and he needs it now. The wall's going to be dropped down. Miracle backing up. As Iron Man will be able to heal him a little bit, but the Surge Tail by Smasher is running straight towards Miracle. Miracle's still alive for now. There's the Death Pulse. Will heal him. The Reaper's Scythe not enough to kill Madara. As Madara gets himself away with the time lapse, Miracle will be able to kill off the creep, but falls very low.
Iron Man made a really nice body block there to stop the Hellbear charging forward and some of the other heroes. Plank tree through. Not going to find the Monkey King, but yeah, great body blocks and the Death Pulse really bailing Miracle out there of a tough spot. Not the biggest trade in the end, just some supports dying. Mind Control goes back to the farm, getting closer and closer to the Orchid. More Maroons coming MNT's way. This one could be something very useful for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So, Kenzu, Helm, Soul Ring, see what item he goes for next, whether it's something like the mech, the pipe. I don't know if you're not really a must-buy pipe kind of game, but still definitely useful against a lot of this damage. Now we're starting to fall, but here come Lithium.
And he goes to the quick combo, able to take down Kuroki. Liquid, can they still try and take this fight? Kezu's going to be sprouted up. Jump forward from Miracle with the Boundless Strike. Finishes off the Darkseer. And Mind Control. It's a big value kill. The Dara, he should find it. The uphill miss.
Oh, the up. Okay, he lands that one, and yeah, MNT's like, all right, I guess I'll take it. Heat-seeking missile was flying in, which would have got the kill, but I don't think MNT fully recognized that and didn't want to chance Mind Control juking them once again. Tiny actually halfway to his Blink Dagger already. Hoping for a bounty rune, which is not going to be there and may get punished. Reaper's just coming back up. Not going to be enough, but he will get him post-Reaper, so totally happy with that if you're Iron Man. Kill's a kill.
Yeah, and as you say, slows down the blink a little bit. On the Tiny, knocking his money back a bit.
Yep.
But definitely a much closer game than game one, this one. This one looking like Lithium. Their sort of different approach. Working out a million times better here. It's mid lane. Look for this tier 1 tower. They're going to drop a Death Ward down. Kuroki trying to push them back. Madara in the trees. Will be fine. And they get the tower. Same time Mind Control gets the trade. Be able to take a tier 1 tower as well.
Orchid coming up fast, and they'll start causing some problems. Darkseer may want to go for a Greaves against this. See what Weaver wants to get as an answer. And Tiny, back to farming, but could be in some trouble here.
Nice dodge of the avalanche there.
But that almost works against them as he immediately Coiling Blades out, but they can still easily chase him down. Miracle getting another kill for his team with the Echo Saber up. He's got such good chase and ganking potential with the easy Jingu stacks. As the Shadow Blade queued up next, which he's not too far from. And Blink Dagger status, Earthshaker is going to win the race there, beating the Tiny, although he is under farm compared to Tiny. He's just going for a much quicker progression towards it. Like he will opt for the pipe on the Dark. Nope, change it to a Lotus, so we'll see what ends up happening.
And well, Major's got that Blink Dagger on himself now on the Tinker, so his farm is going to continue to rise up and start to catch back up to Miracle's Monkey King. Miracle, Shadow Blade done, can continue to hunt for these sort of kills. They'll find Kuro.
See, caught wind of him being there. They immediately ping out a ward of his as well, so seems they have an idea of what's been going on. Yep, I'll de-ward that. Their ward was there first, so they saw it get planted, and then they saw the Witch Doctor go into those trees. So, bit of a surprisingly defensive ward from Lithium, but it pays off big time. Getting a de-ward and a Witch Doctor kill. But I think it is one of those wards against heroes like Nature's Prophet you sometimes want to plant, because he's a hero that's going to go into places like that to put down deep wards. May get the 200 gold. No. Doesn't look like that'll be enough damage. Run, Wildwing, run. So Orchid about to be completed. Reach. He's in. He's going for this kill, and he should have it.
Yeah. They'll put the global as well to make sure there's no return.
Yeah. It's good global, I think, even if Silencer ends up dying here. Could have maybe gone for the instant TP with the global. But ultimately, they get the much more important kill.
Yeah, getting this mind control
Silencer
profit off the
does
map.
die for a while, but it's a Silencer without global, so he's alive. You know, he's not going to do anything crazy. 5 position dead for 60 seconds with your ulti on cooldown. Why not?
And it just makes it so much more manageable to be out on the map when, you know, there's not the threat of mind control coming in to be that pesky +1 anytime a member of Liquid tries to take you down.
You're going to see the same Weaver build straight into the BKB after the Dragonlance. Just kind of a necessity against the Orchid of Nature's Prophet. And as much as it's not like an amazing build damage-wise or anything like that, it negates, you know, Nature's Prophet build. So Prophet invests 4k in this item, which suddenly can't be used to kill one of the heroes that you were building it against. So definitely a nice pickup. And Lithium maintain a small little lead here early on. I think they're going straight into the Aether Lens, wanting that extra bit of cast range. Pretty standard stuff.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So he gets their hands on these 20-minute runes as well, about to come up. Still very close game, but 2k lead. And as I said, the fact that the Mage is really continuing to get back to the top on this Tinker, it is scary. You know, Tinker, one of those heroes that you sort of add these sort of setup heroes like the Tiny into the mix, and you're finding these pickoffs. Bottom lane, GH goes in with the slam. Not quite enough damage to burst down Kezu, and with the vacuum down, they're going to lose both GH and RMN. Kezu gets himself out. Mage just go down, but Mind Control's also in trouble as they just have the favorable numbers here. Lithium taking the fight, a misread from Liquid, trying to commit there with the slam combo onto Kezu, who was just that little bit too beefy with the hood.
Yeah, they just went running in there, fighting under the march, and Kezu very, very tanky. If they had the Necro Reaper, his ultimate would have been a nice way to finish him off, and also likely keep the Necro alive longer. The fact that Necro can't find a kill, he can't also secure the kill, ends up really costing them there, and that was just still on cooldown because of that Silencer kill top. And that's where sometimes using a Reaper to just kill a like support hero and putting on cooldown for 2 minutes is not really in your best interests. Miracle continuing to snowball, top of the net worth here with his Shadowblade Echo Saber. BKB queued up next. He's not a bad hero to be hunting down Tinkers. He can be flying over trees to try and scout Tinker if he's playing in those trees. If you do manage to get vision of him, you can use the Boundless Strike to stun him, then just jump on top. So BKB will just allow him to, you know, not get lasered and actually finish off those kind of kills.
But you know, this is the kind of reasons why I picked the Weaver for him. When he does sort of have this sort of start, it can become very tricky to deal with. 6-1 and 6 so far. He's had a great opening to the game. Top lane from Liquid, definitely the weakest. KuroKy and RMN did struggle with that Witch Doctor Necrophos duo lane. And they were trying to play. The pressure from the Weaver and Silencer was very overwhelming. It's KuroKy. Be careful, the courier is going to be found. MNT takes it down. Cask is going to be popped out, but MNT quickly blinks to the side to avoid any further bounces. Turns around and tosses the tree the way of KuroKy and gets the kill.
Well, Liquid giving away quite a few kills in succession here. Be careful about this. Shaker's still hunting around with an Invis rune and Miracle next to him, but not finding anything right away. They're trying to play around that Observer ward, but Lithium have other ideas. They, you know, they're happy to pressure mid. They've got this BKB. They're feeling fairly strong. Kezu, as we saw earlier, very hard to kill and bring down. He's incredibly tanky on the Darkseer. And yeah, they'll take the T2 tower. No contest.
Lithium very much on the right road, on the right track this game.
Yep.
There's always obviously the threat as the game goes on. Liquid, they've got mind control. That split push pressure can be there. But doing it against the Tinker is always going to be hard. As Mage has those many ways of keeping all the lanes pushed back away from his base.
Yep. They definitely have answers to the split push, which is a good sign. It's still always hard to kind of push and end games with Tinker. It's one of those very volatile heroes. You don't really want to be good at defending high ground and clearing out waves and all that, but once you talk about pushing, he needs to be careful about how he approaches it. Putting down March to kind of secure a push can be a very risky thing to do if you're exposing yourself to a Shaker or Monkey King initiation. Lithium just playing all across the map, all three lanes, and
Miracle jumps into this one.
Oh, Avalanche was slightly off the mark.
He's going to be able to walk off, but can they really keep him alive? That's the question. The vacuum, the wall, that'll kill him off. That's Miracle down, and with the BKB pop to Madara, he's going to move for more. 2 dead on Liquid. And make that 3 as well, surely, as RMN. He has the Ghost Shroud, but the magical burst from Mage and MNC is there. As Lithium really hitting hard in these team fights.
Yeah, you can see how badly Miracle needs that BKB. If he has it there, he can just pop it, turn and fight potentially. Until they get it, he's just going to get bursted down by a lot of this magic damage. The Tinker is just well and truly fully online here. GH is in position to go for a play here. He's making signs as if that's what he wants to do. He's going to have to guess. Oh, he's been scouted. The Courier, I believe, seeing him, and immediately they back off and run towards GH. That's so unfortunate. The Courier just happened to fly over.
GH. Oh.
What? Okay, yeah, he's peeking out. I think that's a good call. Once they scout you, it's just so unlikely that it works. Your chance of success goes from like maybe 10% to 1%. It was already going to be hard because he had to kind of blindly guess the timing without vision in the Roche pit.
We'll see how much of sort of a game changer these BKBs is going to be from Liquid, as Mind Control and Miracle are getting very close to this. Should at least give them the chance to turn and allow Miracle to get the Jingu Mastery built up. Get a Wukong's command down without being worried about bursted too easily. Only really the Weaver and the Tiny that physical damage source in the game. To still sort of provide a chance of taking down the Monkey King, but gets the Wukong's command out, has that extra armor, should have the chance to have a really good shot in the team fights.
No real way to kill him inside that if he's got BKB on. Tiny's not doing that much physical damage at this point, and I don't think we'll see it too soon. Even with the Echo Saber build up, it's not going to instantly give him that much physical damage. But Wukong's command and the Monkey King BKB, both things that Lithium are just going to have to kite around, and whenever they see that come out, kind of disengage a bit. Tinker's never going to want to be caught in it, period, so he's already on the outskirts. Weaver has that just Shikuchi to run around, so they commit with that. You just kind of get out, use the surge, run away. Global back up. They want to try and force another fight. It's Liquid, though, doing the same. They're smoked up, flanking them in from behind. Uh-oh.
Boundless, the Echo straight down. They look to immediately burst the Silence. The Silence has gone to buy back so we can offer a global silence. The BKBs are out, but Miracle, he's falling low and he gets taken down. They've got the damage with Madara to find the Monkey King as he Shikuchi's forward, looks towards Mind Control. Mind Control's the river. RMN will get the Reaper sight out. Madara does for once, but he's got the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. Jump forward from Mage with the dagger on the burst. He'll pick up a triple kill. GH able to TP out, but the rest of Liquid getting outplayed and out-team fighted.
What a team fight from them. Yeah, they did use 2 buybacks there, but they're going to transition this into a high ground push. Lost the Aegis as well, but what a good fight. They're able to just bring down the Monkey King, who never ends up getting an ultimate there. It's kind of hard to get the wound. If you go charging in to start the fight, you don't really want to channel your ultimate because it just you just stand there sitting still looking kind of silly for a little bit and they walk out of it. And unfortunately, they use their entire Blink Echo Slam and their Monkey King initiation on a Silencer, who buys back in globals. No one is going to do that fight if you don't go on him. Global, he wasn't going to do anything else, so Silencer globaling from Fountain instead of the fight, not all too different. Obviously, they don't know that he's going to insta-buy back there, and GH is also hoping that that Echo catches more than one, but really just goes to highlight how well positioned Lithium were. Recognizing, you know, a fight could break out any minute. Let's make sure our heroes are kind of split up. They didn't lose that Courier. Looks like that was maybe mid lane with Mind Control. He's going to BKB of his own, but mid lane claimed. They will also claim the shrines now. Taking that one right away by the Roche Pit, the much more important shrine to take for the Radiant team.
This game looking harder and harder for Liquid. Their cause in terms of matchups starts to get tricky with this Weaver and Tinker being as big as they are.
Yeah, Weaver's a hard hero for Monkey King just to play against. You're not really ever going to keep him in the Wukongs. You don't really get to right-click him much in battles to get your Jingus. He's just going to kite you around. You get close to him, he shoots away, he starts right-clicking you again. Rinse, repeat. Let's see, Global Silence back up. Potentially could see Lithium ready to go again soon. Question is, can Liquid maybe punish some of those buybacks? If they do win a fight, that was both supports on the Radiant side using buybacks, but it's still just the supports.
There we go. Miracle trying to make a go on to MNT. MNT backing up. The Wukong's command to come out. Madara tries to commit with the BKB. They'll get themselves out of the Wukong's Peksu. Falling pretty low, but he's able to keep himself safe as Madara's found GH already on the backlines. Mage comes in, gets silenced, able to blink to the side. There's Kezu. The 3-man vacuum wall gets laid down. MNT comes in with a 3-man avalanche as Liquid have lost 3. The Reaper Scythe will kill off Tiny. Ironman trying to retreat, but the burst is too much from Mage. He gets used up in the air, surrounded by the 3 of them, as that's 4 dead, 5 dead on Liquid. A buyback comes through from Mind Control. We'll see what he's hoping to do with this one. It looks like he's just trying to get the runes for the team. But still, each and every one of these fights looking great. You know, as I said, Kezu on the darks here, he can make the magic happen, and he certainly is this game. A lot of multi-vacuum walls. Just, yeah. I just like to look what he does when he plays good at. You know. Yeah, Magnus ain't doing this, all right?
Forget heroes that were picked during TI. Darkseer, right? This guy, no one played him during TI. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is what I'm talking about. He's just doing tenfolds more.
He's an amazing Darkseer. Probably one of the best in the world. He is so comfortable in this hero. Always has been, and great at making those big plays in team fights. Well, they could find themselves in a bit of a hole here, and they do not have climbing equipment.
It's gonna be rough. As Lithium on track to play their way into another chance here, into that game 3. As long as they don't slip up. In a similar position now to where Liquid were against them in game 1. You know, they have this lead. You can sort of see the road to victory. It's going to take a big sort of upset this moment for Liquid to really throw them off the track. As let's check out the win rates. Does Dota Plus like some Tinker? I think it does. 97%. Oof. And it does feel like that. There's a Tinker at the top of the net worth. There's a Weaver that, as we're saying, is going to be hard to deal with until sort of the right big hard lockdown items, you know, later on, like the Scythe and such, come out.
The Weaver with the Orchid Nullifier soon, so good luck staying alive against this. And if you happen to find the Monkey King, there's that now kill potential with the Nullifier preventing him from BKBing. Here come Liquid though, perhaps feeling like they have to be the ones making plays. Immediately, Kuro walks a bit too close and has his smoke pop though, so you may want to just hang back a bit. Don't quite think Lithium realized just what was going on there, even though Kuro's smoke was popped. So, back to the kind of status quo of this game, where Liquid forced to defend, forced to kind of stick together and hope for the best, while Lithium, you know, they're going to just play around much more freely on the map. There's a nice ward here, scouting out a bit of what's going on, and it's being pinged, I think, recognizing that Liquid made a move out of the map. Yep, gets instantly dewarded. And Liquid kind of continuing to play fairly blind. Ward's in a ward in their own jungle. That's about all they have to show for this game right now. Down 14 kills and 13,000 gold.
Top lane Liquid are grouped up in the jungle. The line's been drawn. Liquid preparing for some sort of invasion of the jungle from Lithium. Miracle on the front lines. As they are sort of bang on that, they are coming around here, Lithium.
Yeah, the Radiant Vision is really good right now. Having that ward in the high ground and mid, it just gives so much info as to where Liquid might be. And the fact they see the other jungle.
There's a jump. MNC reveals himself. He'll eliminate Kuroki. Miracle, does he want to try and fight back against this? Drops the Wukong's command down. They're looking to try and burst down MNC. MNC will go down. He's out for 50. Buyback from Kuroki. As Liquid looking to throw everything they can as this fight, but the nullifier is down onto RMN. He gets picked apart by Madara, and now Miracle. BKB about to wear off. He's got the Shadow Blade, but Kezu's there with the drag back, bringing Miracle back into the clutches of Mage, as Mage comes in with the Dagon and finishes off the Monkey King. Mind control as well, having to retreat. The sentry's down. Mage just picking apart hero after hero as he jumps forward with the Tinker, grabs the triple kill. As this game, it's feeling like it's close to over, Parker.
It is. They just can't quite execute their team fight on the Liquid side. The vision that Lithium are playing around and the way they're initiating is just so much better right now. Second fight in a row where GH just doesn't have an Echo Slam opportunity. The Wukong's command doesn't feel like a big threat. Monkey King, he pops his BKB after the Wukong's and he uses most of the duration just to kill a swarm bug that's on him because he can't move around the fight. He can't use his tree dance when that bug's on him. But then by the time he actually finishes off killing it, his BKB's wearing off and he has to run. His teammates have also been brought down. So really well executed team fight. Madara finding the Necrophos and Tinker, you know, just not getting caught. That's a big thing there. Tinker has to make sure he doesn't get jumped on by someone like a Shaker. And there we go. Second lane of racks.
Oh, and Shaker in trouble. BKB's popped by Madara as he commits for the kill. You get the boundless. Madara's got the time lapse. Creep will be killed, so straight away Tinker's not going to be in there. Madara taking the death forward to the face.
I think he thought he had Tinker coming in, but Miracle cleverly kills the creep that Tinker was TPing onto in between attacking Weaver. He's like, oh, I'll kill that. Oh, okay, I'll go back to killing Weaver. Bit of an unnecessary death for Madara, perhaps.
But still
a little bit ahead of himself with where this game's at. Not over yet.
I mean, it's close to it. What's the win rate now? Is it still 97 or has it gone any further? 99%.
It was probably 100 before that death. So, waiting for the Weaver to come back. Tinker continuing to farm. And take all the creeps and everything on the map. As for the rest of the team, plenty of item progression as well. You've got 10k net worth on your 4 position Tiny. And Liquid actually going to use the Weaver death to go for a Roshan here. Well, some of them are.
Oh, they got to get out of there.
Yeah,
there's the vacuum wall from Kessie, dragging a couple of them back. RMN and Miracle starting to retreat. Mind control looks to try and commit with the Orchid, but Mage keeps coming in with the burst. Miracle heading forward. He's hunting Mage, but Mage again with the blink out will be fine.
They really wanted him, but Miracle just can't quite find him. One of those few games where maybe kind of
mind control. He's got a BKB for this commitment, but Pexu, his Imbers at the moment, they don't see him. Mage with the burst, nearly killing off RMN. He's got a death pulse. Again, the vacuums there. The Yules up into the sky, buying stun time for RMN. The global silence comes out, and Mage bursts down RMN. Also finding mind control as well, as there's no escape for the Nature's Prophet. Pexu as well, finishing off GH in the middle lane. As once again, Liquid just throwing bodies at Lithium. Lithium 44-23. Now they can head in towards the pit. There's a full Hex picked up.
He's been silenced.
He's
they
on
know
the
he's
tree.
here.
There's no way to get him down, and they can't see him. There's no vision upon him. 2 buybacks coming out from Liquid, as they really want to throw everything towards this Roshan fight. They do still have the Echo Slam, the Reaper's Scythe, and the Wukong's command.
Well, Roshan still not being attempted by either team right away with those buybacks coming in. Liquid wanting to make sure that Lithium don't grab it immediately, but at some point with these top and mid lanes continuing to push in, the super creep's gonna really put all this pressure on Liquid that may just lead to Roshan being claimed anyways. Madara continuing to scout from Monkey King on the trees with the Swarm. One of the best tools they have at this point to try and locate Miracle.
Radiant
Still just
are
dying up the pit.
scanning.
They know they don't need to take that risk, Lithium.
Yep.
No need to be caught out around it.
Yeah, just happy to keep scouting the Roshan pit. Wait for a better opportunity where all the lanes are pushed out in the liquid base and then either go for Rosh themselves or try and smoke, take a fight. It might be a bit easier for them to just try and push out lanes and then smoke up. Try and find a nice hero grab before attempting Rosh. Their lineup isn't amazing at Roshing by any means, but it's also not terrible.
Mind control.
Yeah.
Getting the vision here, but he's walking. He's trying to start this fight off. He gets hexed straight away by Mage. Jump fall from MNC. He's got the avalanche. They're going to be able to chop Miracle off the tree. Miracle gets burst down. That's the Monkey King gone. Kuroki tries to go for the death wall, but he gets cancelled by MNC with the toss up. A buyback from Mind Control coming into play, but Liquid, they've lost both the Witch Doctor and Monkey King. No buyback for them. RMN trying to run away, but Kez is hot on the case, vacuums him up into the wall, onto the cliff. As Pexley picks up the double, 4 dead, and GG is called. Lithium will take down Liquid in Game 2 and draw this series to a third deciding matchup.
It's the same story so far we saw when they last met in the major qualifier. Liquid take Game 1 and then Lithium bounce back.
Yep,
That'll be on Liquid's mind a bit.
that Kezu Dark's here. As I said, you got to watch out for this boy. Some of his ideas work out beautifully, and that certainly was one. That whole game, the impact, the lanes, it just never really kicked off for Liquid. The mid lane, I think there was a bit of panic as well. I don't think, going back to that draft still, Miracle expected they expected the Tiny to go mid. So he thought he was going to have an easier lane, right?
Oh, yeah, when it was picked.
Yeah, because they let sort of the Tinker
possible.
get through. They have to sort of put more resources towards that mid lane to make sure the Miracle has a good time. And then sort of in that sense, the side lanes start to suffer. You're sort of leaving this top lane where just sort of a solo support Witch Doctor's trying to sort of put the pressure of a Weaver and a Silencer off. It's tough. It's hard. And Mind Control and Miracle obviously did have a fantastic start to the game, but he just really all started to fall off. And we're seeing, for instance, reasons why Lithium really do like to favour that Weaver pick.
Yeah, the top lane for Liquid really just kind of fell apart that game. And I think Witch Doctor Necro, that's a strong lane. It shouldn't have been as poor as it was. Witch Doctor wasn't maybe there at the very beginning.
Okay.
But ultimately, Liquid definitely had their chances with that draft. I think they just made a few mistakes early on. They kind of had a draft that was very unforgiving too. It's like if you start losing fights,
hard to climb back in. Sort of is one of the weaknesses as well of the Monkey King that we do sort of say a lot of times. You can have sort of this amazing start where you're getting kills nice and easy peasy, and then suddenly these sort of 5v5s kick off, and if sort of you need a lot of items really to deal with so many different things as a Monkey King. So because one sort of disable or hiccup, you get your Jingu Mastery build up a little too slow. The team fight's going to be very hard for you to take. But exciting stuff here at the Corsair Dream League, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be going to a Game 3 between these two teams. One of them's one game away from going home, and one of them is one game away from moving forward and getting to challenge Mango Bay in the next round of the lower bracket here in the EU Regional Playoffs. Qualifiers. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Game 3 of Lithium versus Liquid right after this short break. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Corsair Dream League Season 10. We are at an exciting point, ladies and gentlemen, of the EU Regional Qualifiers, as we are one game away from finding out if Liquid is out of not just the major run, the minor run as well, and if Lithium, the new contenders on the block, can knock them out of a second qualifiers within a month. They knocked them out of the major qualifiers. Can Lithium knock Liquid out of the minor qualifiers as well? That game too, it looked pretty hot. They could absolutely do it. The Lithium is, as I said, I personally had some issues with the draft in game 1. I didn't have issues with the draft in game 2. And whoop-de-doo, they looked amazing.
You should become a coach. Coach Jody Pixel.
I'm taking Harens right now, so if you want to hit me up, I'll coach your team. We'll win some money. I'll just take a little cut. Yeah, 40%. Is that good?
It's less than 50. That's pretty small, man.
For my level of... Exactly. 40%, yeah. I'll take it. So bring me up on the phone, boys. Ready to moving on to this coaching life. Seems easy. I could do it. Let's go. Liquid Lithium. Game 3. I'm ready. IO's banned out by Liquid. Lithium, they're banning out the Drow. They're banning out the Chen. Doing it again. Same old bans. You got to respect that Kuroki Chen.
Yep. Hell yeah, and this is exciting. Game 3.
Game 3.
It's going to be good. Not even. It feels like this is like the big match. Winners like going somewhere, but they're just going to the next match. They go to first Mango Bay. Mango is winning.
They're going to play Mango Bay.
Then the winner of that is going somewhere. They're going to Sweden. But,
yes. Yeah, we've got 2 EU people. You're right. They're going to Sweden.
So one more BO3 for the winner of this match against Mango Bay, who proved to be a very challenging opponent yesterday, 2-0ing Liquid.
Yeah, I'll give some free coaching advice to Liquid and Lithium if they're watching. You want to ban PL against Mango Bay.
Yep. Yeah, Faye was good in that hero.
Faye was top tier.
The Shaker was pretty good too. That Coupe was playing both games.
That's true.
Shaker
was good.
Banned out here. Liquid played 2 games in a row. GH is being pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure. They didn't win the game, but GH is it's a bit of a mastermind on the Shaker. Take it away, take it out of the pool. Does leave the Prophet still in. If we could want to go that route again. They banned out the Tiny. Nice bit of respect to MNT. MNT did have some fantastic early game rotations on the Tiny.
What did they not ban? So last game was IO Chen Drow. Okay, so Lithium banned the Drow again. Makes sense. They added a Shaker instead of, what, a Wyvern it looks like? Treant's also in the pool. That was banned both the last 2 games. So Undying and Treant still there. So could see some new supports emerge, but Lithium saying it's, we like our Weaver. It's their most picked hero.
They love the Weaver. They really do love the Weaver from Madara.
Yep.
It's nice. It really is one of those heroes that really can just get ahead from the lane. Get it in a good lane, as they did in game 2. I mean, as you said, maybe that lane shouldn't have been as easy as it was, but Lithium just played it really well.
Yep.
They played it really well. They were able to outplay Kuroki and RMN in that 2 versus 2 lane. Liquid, what's their answer? They don't have the Shaker at their disposal. Do they still want to open with some sort of dual pairing with the Prophet? They have, each and every game brought out the Nature's Prophet in the first 2.
Maybe they go off the Prophet and try to find something a bit different this time around. Just, change it up. They had a better answer for the Prophet, it feels like, in game 2. The Shaker, I think, was solid, useful, impactful in all games, but without the Shaker, I think they need something a bit more well-rounded. Maybe they go for, like, the Pugna of Mind Control. It's a hero I really like to see him play. I think it's pretty good against the Weaver too with the decrep and all that, so something that's possible.
I'd like to see, I was sort of thinking about as well what GH is going to play instead. I know they'll probably pick a 3rd, but okay, no. PL straight up and the Nyx Assassin. PL, definitely one of the cores that, I'm not quite sure on the stats, but it's absolutely got a positive win rate here at Dream League. We've seen this hero win a lot of games. A lot of teams, they just pick it in the first 2. It's a fantastic core to do that. You've got the flexibility in terms of where you want to pop it. It takes, so very specific sort of hero matchups to really sort of give PL an issue in the laning stage. He's always going to live. He's going to be jumping around with the Doppel. He's going to be getting CS, getting the range creep with the Spirit Lance and such. And then the Nyx Assassin, beautiful hero to play against Weavers. Like, it constantly keeps that Weaver on edge. There's going to be that point in the game where the Nyx Assassin hits 6. If you're a Weaver, you have to be careful with the Shikuchi. A sudden Shikuchi into the Spike Carapace, bam. Nyx Assassin, 99% of the time at that stage of the game, he's going to have enough burst damage on his own to kill you.
Yep. And even with that, you can just do those blind impales out of the stun if you've got any backup, any kind of hunting hero to pair with it. So not an easy Weaver game the second that Nyx is on the playing field. And even the PL, kind of annoying in a lot of ways. So even though you can track him post Doppelganger, PL just naturally... Illusion heroes are great against these single target right clickers like Weaver. So Trio will make his first appearance.
Okay. Now, one thing to note, this could be
a core.
The Kezu Trio.
Yeah.
They've done it before. Again, my memory ain't great, but I think they did do it in one of the games where they beat Liquid in the major qualifiers, I want to say. They definitely did it in one of the games. Can't remember if it was against Liquid, and can't remember if they won that game, but yeah, they did it recently. And I have a feel it looked good. It was the game I casted with Young No-Tail. Did they win that game? It was game 1. I think they did. I remember casting with No-Tail, and he was liking it. He was saying, you know, you got this core treant, you get good timing on the levels, you got this max living armor, every tower's staying alive. It can have a lot of power, but it might not be. Obviously, they may still do it as support. But I'm just saying, watch out for the Kezu treant. Could be what they go with.
Even if decide it's one of those things, you can always wait to see how the draft develops and whether or not you feel like you've got this draft where you can just keep all your towers alive. If you're versing here the team that has really strong tower push, you may just be like, well, those towers are dying anyways. But if you're versing like the PLs that are going to chip at your towers, living armor can be extra value. So kind of just wait and see. Ember banned out. Kind of annoying hero. Can be good against the PL, but a bit of a... maybe surprised in some sense, because Nyx is typically good against Ember. You know, it has Flame Guard on, it's a good character setup.
Yeah, sort of similar reasons as you know, against the Weaver. Yeah, there's ways that as a core it can sort of outplay itself, and Nyx Assassin can capitalize on those mess ups.
I do feel like Liquid have to adjust their draft because of the standing quite a bit. It's something you have to keep in mind with what they're picking. Like, is RMN going to be... Well, in the past, is Kuro comfortable in this hero? Can he play, you know, this lane, this hero? Now with RMN obviously playing the core instead of Kuro, it's like, well... what's RMN going to be comfortable in? Because he's also a support player, and I feel like PL is maybe more a hero you want Miracle playing in a game like this, but could depend on, you know, where the draft goes, what the last pick ends up being. I'm sure, you know, if he needs to play the PL, he can.
10 seconds remaining.
Respect to the Darkseer.
Yeah.
Banned out.
And absolutely warranted.
Yep. Wyvern will say hello for the umpteenth time this Corsair Dream League. And we'll be going, most likely, to the safe lane, the PL. Could always be a safe lane next, but we'll wait and see.
10 seconds remaining.
Gives you some answers to the physical damage from Weaver.
5 seconds remaining.
Makes his life just that little bit difficult, and it's a setup in a way. Like, even if you Weaver doesn't have a Linken's and you get him with a Winter's Curse, even if he's not dying, there's no one around him, you've got that follow-up stun. You've got the Nyx Impale. I think most of these Wyvern drafts we're seeing, there's almost always some kind of AoE stun to follow up a Winter's Curse. The Lina being the most common we've seen, but Nyx, kind of a similar idea. As for Lithium, what do they have in mind here? Maybe they can have some of those versatile cores. Yeah. Pick a Kezu hero or a support here. Phoenix. Oh, Train Phoenix. There we go.
Yeah, I think that indeed is the support combo. Oh, sorry, not support. I do still think it could be Kezu Trent. Yeah. I think that's still absolutely playable against the heroes that Liquid have picked. But yeah, the Phoenix. Good and popular response to any time a Wyvern is picked.
Yes.
Is picked into a PL. PL, of course, one of those cores that can get on top of the egg and have a pretty good chance of taking it down. Obviously, having the man to the doppel ways to remove the fire spirits and make sure you have that attack speed to punch in with the main hero. You're an Agi core, you're going to have high attack speed as it is.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got to worry about that a little bit.
Feel a bit better when you see the overgrowth there. It's one way at least to maybe protect the egg a bit better.
Yeah, hold him down. Yeah.
Feel will have to save his Manta style for when he gets overgrowth in that situation. So if he has a fire spirit on him, he has to maybe doppelganger, and that's time where he's not hitting the egg. Or if doppelganger's on cooldown, then it's like, well, you're kind of stuck.
And I think anytime that I see a Phoenix or this stage, when a Mirana's still in the draft, I get a little worried. That is the beautiful pick to have. You see a Phoenix, grab a Mirana, very little chance of that egg going off in the fights then, for sure. And definitely a hero that Liquid could fit into their lineup. So
I think it's a bit harder to fit in when you've already got the PL, just because the mid lane Mirana's not very strong, and you don't know if you can run a PL mid yet.
Sure, you don't know if you can put the PL mid, but there's a high chance you can.
Ooh, Leshrac coming out of nowhere.
That really does come out of nowhere.
Here I'm going to have to do some searching for.
Yeah, we've not had that one out
our shelf rearranging.
Let's get the Lesh out.
First Lesh in a while. I think I see him over here. Lion, Lich. Well, he's found some L's, but not the old Leshrac.
Yeah, so Leshrac, obviously nice in the sense that You've got that follow-up stun burst to deal with the Weaver.
5
If you get the
seconds
catch out with Nyx Assassin between those two heroes, you're going to be able to burst the Weaver every time before he has the BKB out. You've got ways to quickly burn through the living armor of the Treant Protector when he's looking to try and save someone. And a Storm Spirit is going to be the pick for Lithium in that middle lane. So assuming that the Lesh is going to be mid and looking to get that matchup, but Liquid could still change lanes around.
Yeah, put the Lesh in the off lane.
Yeah.
I think Mind Control likes playing the hero is partly why, at least something I somehow have on my mind, but...
Yeah, it could be a Mind Control Lesh,
Does it?
definitely.
Yeah, I've seen him played in pubs quite a bit. I think it's a hero he likes, but also not sure how they feel. It lanes pretty well against Storm if that is going to be a Storm mid. Max going to be banned out last, so they're expecting a Treant Phoenix support duo, but as you can mention, doesn't have to be the case.
No, could be Kazu Treant.
Lesh does give him a lot of magic burst damage here.
I think, yeah. I wonder if because of heroes like the Lesh, maybe you're put off in terms of having it caught because they're, the living armor leveled up is going to be a little less strong. It is going to be burnt through. So obviously that's the beauty of picking the tree in a second. They can shift it back into a support position if they want to, Lithium.
You do, yeah, always want one hero at least that can burn through living armor pretty quickly, and that's something, the Edict gives you. Guarantees that if you go for a push, you're killing the tower. You're not just chipping away at it, and if they defend it, they can heal it out. Leshrac Edict, well, if it's left alone tower, it's gone, it's deleted. Also, same as the Nyx, it's a follow-up for the Winter's Curse. You Winter's Curse, you have Lesh stun, AoE stuns with Winter's Curse are just fantastic.
Yeah. They did, of course, worth knowing, pick that Storm Spirit into a Nyx Assassin. So, again, you look, this is a nice game for a Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds remaining.
As
I agree.
many hero catch out the Weaver, the Storm, and of course the Phoenix as well. You've got to be careful with that dive. If there's a Vendetta Nyx underneath you with a Spike Carapace, suddenly bam, boom, bim, you're out of the game. So that Nyx Assassin looking really hot for Liquid. They did grab nice and early, and Lithium has sort of handed them a few heroes that the Nyx Assassin is going to have a great time against.
Yeah, I think teams are kind of just learning, like, you can't go all in on just drafting around the Nyx being there. You have to draft to your strengths a bit and have players who are confident enough in their ability to play a hero like Storm that, they played this hero enough, they know how to verse a Nyx Assassin to play a little bit differently.
The Centaur War when it comes out, it isn't going to be the Kezu Treant. They will keep it in that support role, and Kezu Centaur will be the final pick for Lithium. Liquid, what is their answer to this one? Looking at what there is so far, they, as I said, there's still the versatility with the Leshrac. They could put it in the side lane, grab someone else from mid.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Leshrac is definitely versatile. Wonder if it's probably kind of Miracle's call here, like, do you want the Lesh mid? Maybe, or if Mind Control asks for Lesh, then he's like, well, I'm taking that. You choose your different hero mid. PL could theoretically be a mid if we want Miracle playing it and think he should be playing the mid lane. That's also a possibility.
How does PL do all right against the Storm in the mid lane, or?
Yeah, you can't really get too many denies because Storm has the Remnant's last hit, but PL does just fine in that matchup. I would think he has a better time playing the kind of safe lane, though. He's got a Wyvern support, so it's a pretty good zoning hero with the Splint's Blast Harass, and Liquid will think through their options a bit. Could see like a DK type hero, having a more disable and stuns. Weaver and Storm on the other side. You're definitely thinking about lockdown, even with Nyx on your team. You've got several stuns, and yeah, there we go, DK.
Bang on, Mr. Parker.
Your hero.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what do you not like playing against as a Storm? And DK stuns is pretty annoying, so he's in here somewhere. Where are you, DK? Might not be able to find him in time.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, this all-important Game 3. Liquid versus Lithium. We have the two lineups confirmed in terms of hero picks. What are we thinking? Is this really the end of the road in the minor qualifiers for previous TI winners Team Liquid? What do we reckon, Parker, on this prediction?
I don't think so. I think Liquid have it. The DK pick fits nicely at the end. The PL is just good core to have. I guess the question is like, who's playing what? I'd like to see Miracle on PL. I think the DK is the easier hero to slot someone like RMN into. Just
put him on side lane.
Oh, you can put him mid. I think.
Put him mid still.
Play.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh my god. All right.
It's at the end of the day the easier hero of the two to play, and the PL execution needs to be on point. And Miracle, he's the carry, he's the core player. RMN, he's the support player. It's not Not trying to be rude towards him.
No, it's not an insult. You know, some people be insulted and say, "Well, you're a core player." You know, oh, excuse me, I am a support.
Yes.
You know, so I got to go with Liquid as well. I really think that this Nyx Assassin pick is going to have a great game. I know you say it's not good to sort of worry about it when you're picking and trying to do your stuff, but I think we're going to see Spike Carapace set up a lot of kills. We could see. I'm going all in on the Nyx Assassin train here. I think the Nyx is going to have a great time. So we'll see. We think Liquid's going to hold on. But Lithium, they did do it in Game 2. They did do it in the minor qualifiers. Are they going to do it again here in the... Sorry, I keep getting them mixed up. Yeah, because, you know, I keep thinking this is more important because it is. This is the Corsair Dream League. It's major, whatever. Yeah, are they going to do the minor qualifiers as well? We're going to find out. Game 2 is beginning. We'll be able to get you into the action. Liquid versus Lithium. Both on their last legs here.
Arman's playing Leshrac, so not Mind Control. Which means Mind Control's playing DK, perhaps?
Yes, I'd imagine that's got to be the case.
DK is Mind Control. He's going mid. So Mind Control's playing mid. Definitely, I think you see this draft and you think, which hero do you want Miracle on? Yeah. Definitely it's the PL. And I guess I think Arman's actually played a lot of support Leshrac. Yeah. Mage has given him the Leshrac Monka S's. He, as a support player, played this hero before. And, well, he's going to be playing as a core. The idea doesn't change too much. You get quite a bit more farm, so you can be more of a frontliner. You don't have to follow up your teammates. But even so, as a core, you still have to be pretty careful about not being too far forward, getting blown up.
Oh, let's find out. Indeed, each of the sides, they're having a bit of a smile on this one, but it's a serious game. It's a serious game.
Yep. Absolutely. Big deal for Team Lithium, who's one of those new rosters formed post-TI. From the remnants of some of the teams that just couldn't quite qualify for TI, you know. Some of the old Synderen stacks and the Misery stack Madara was playing on. So we'll see how they fare here. Definitely looking like a contender in the European region, at least as far as
for sure.
These minors go for now. They're not quite at that secret alliance level now, I guess you could say.
No, I think, you know, we've sort of seen Kez, you know, try out a few rosters. Obviously had his time on Secret, which was before sort of the highlight of his career. And since then, you know, he's been about. But this roster, I think, yeah, definite hope and promise here from this group of 5 players. They've found something that works. And bringing new players in as well. Pexu, not a name that you would have heard of before this roster, really. But he's coming in. He's taking his place here with some of the big boys of Europe.
He's found our man, and they are likely going for this first blood here. Goes for the Fire Spirits, which is the much better level 1 damage spell, but without the dive slow, Centaur can't really get in for a stun. I imagine it would have been a tough kill either way. And Liquid actually get 3 bounty runes with GH sneaking behind enemy lines. So
the old sort of wraparound trick you got to be careful for when you go aggressive on that rune.
Yeah, exactly. That's something people try and do anytime they're like, okay, they're all invading my rune, let's just sneak around. It will be Kezu Centaur as expected, laning with the Treant Protector. A lot of pressure coming out from this lane, but heroes that need to kind of gap close, and Leshrac a hero that can kind of sit away from them depending on whether they have sentries to deal with the Treant or not.
See down bottom.
There. Getting some good early harass in, but
that was
from both sides.
Straight back, yeah, onto GH.
Does have the level 1 Nature's Guy, so none of the sustain from Living Armor or Leech Seed early on, but very likely to see that level 2 Leech Seed coming into play fairly soon. Top lane PL Wyvern, so sending Miracle into the off lane. Not mostly just a decision they decide he can farm a bit better up here than against what is a pretty annoying dual lane down bottom.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Sort of once the level 2s are online down there, a punch from the tree with a root into the stomp and double edge can pretty much remove the majority of a PL's life. At least with the Leshrac, you can keep your distance, and you do have those stuns to sort of fight back with if one of the two of you is getting caught in a combo.
Yeah, and up top they have that sentry down, so anytime Shikuchi's in to get a last hit and some harass, they're actually getting right clicks off, so the Shikuchi usage gets punished even by Liquid up in this top lane. As Miracle seems to be doing just fine. Mid lane, Well, bottom lane, some stuns being exchanged once again as the first mango usage will come out, one of many, so kind of just reducing his mana pool. Not really needing it for the HP regen at this time.
Got a lot of stuns on Liquid's lineup, but there's certainly a lot of beef between those two tanky strength heroes early on the bottom lane. Yep, Kezu and Pexu can deal with a good amount of that harass.
Miracle. No, Doppelganger. He may just be dead here. Okay, nice. Clutch Kuroki Cold Embrace. Level 2 Cold Embrace, not what you'd normally expect. Very different approach to this off-lane Wyvern. Right? Most of the Wyverns we've been seeing getting Splinter Blast level 1, using it for the high amount of harass the spell provides, but Kuro opting for the ranged advantage of Arctic Burn, and then Cold Embrace saves his carry there. If he doesn't have that, good thing he does. It would have been a kill. But I do feel like there's less harass damage up with potential without the Splinter Blast in this lane. I think the growing trend is getting that at level 1 at least. So mid lane, almost dead even on CS, pretty standard. Seen this mid matchup a lot. DK used to be picked up in response to Storm all the time. Lane's just fine against him. It's a bit of a farm trade, and then yeah, come mid game you pose a threat to the Storm with the Shadow Blade stuns or the Blink stuns, whatever it may be.
Just getting a quick hit onto either than that.
Yep.
An Arctic Burn. Miracle Space was what's 14 for 3, 14 for 4, 15 for 2. Both cores getting an even looking on the farm, the mid lane as well. Pretty much a trade between the two, Mage and Mind Control.
Yeah, all three lanes, mostly even trades, even bottom, 14 CS to 10 between the Lesh and the Centaur. But First Blood goes the way of the Centaur. He was trailing a little bit on CS. Well, the Treant picks up the last hit. And then top lane in response, Miracle brings down MNT. Nicely played by the Liquid duo up top. As they are going to look to harass Madara some more. The sentry from the Dire side being used to secure his lane a bit better, making sure that they can't just punish the Shikuchi usage as they've been doing already. Mid lane Mind Control has a DD rune, just using this to secure himself a bit more farm. And also to push the lane so he can grab the next rune at 4 minutes, which will be an illusion rune down bottom.
Yeah, Zelda head down, grab that. No sort of look from Mage to contest it. Bottom lane, get the stun out. On to Kezu. Kezu immediately charging back. Starting to heal up from that lead seed from Pexu.
Iron got kind of interrupted there by the Treant, so he didn't have the follow-up, but wouldn't have been a kill anyways. Doppelganger forward. One nice thing, even though the bug stays on you when you Doppelganger, you can instantly kind of kill it with your hero and your illusion, so it works both ways. Miracle is kind of feeling the pressure up here, out of HP regen. He's got the career coming, so I imagine that's his Aquila and some additional tangos and whatnot.
Mid lane Mind Control.
Yeah, he's using that illusion to tank some tower hits and go for a bit of extra pressure. Has a level 3 Breathe Fire, so Mage needs to be careful at how low he gets.
One up top, chase the Miracle. He does still have a doppel.
Yep.
Will quickly jump down back towards the shrine. Kuroki with the self-cold embrace as well. And then they've got the regen to keep one another alive. Madara and MNT will back up to the lane. But yeah, really doing a good job of keeping that pressure on as mid lane.
Oh, he got the solo kill in the end.
He did Mind Control.
Without level 6?
Incredibly aggressively. And it pays off. We saw Mage hanging around. He'd already popped sort of the last of his consumables with the Fairy Fire, and he stayed around a little too long.
I don't think he was expecting the 3-1-1 build. Normally it's a 2-1-2. Or if you get 3 points in Breathe Fire, it's a 3-0-2. Very rarely is this 3-1-1 coming in. Almost all DKs will want, at least a second point in the armor somewhere in the build. Which means if there's a third point in Breathe Fire, there's no stun, but hey, catches him by surprise with the lower point in the passive, and as a result, he's got himself a kill. Hasn't really need the HP regen because of all the runes he's been bottling. And right as Mage comes back to lane, he's right back in harassing, but he needs to be careful. He's going for this kill, going to be close.
He's diving the tower for this. The TPs are coming through. He's low on the mana. RMN comes in with the slow, the stun. There's the follow-up. Mage overextending and punished by a good TP from RMN.
Yeah, I think he's like, okay, he doesn't have 2 points in his passive. Let's go for this kill now. But DK still, even without it, has shreds. He's still fairly tanky, even with just 1 point in the passive. And Leshrac shows up to make sure the kill goes the way of the DK. Bit of a maybe tilty play coming in from Mage after getting solo killed, trying to do a bit too much to turn the lane around.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, as a whole, Liquid's lane's pretty stable now. All three of their cores in happy places. Just the Storm, who's on the Dire side, who's kind of starting to get bullied a little bit, but that'll probably change. He's farmed fine. It's not been a farming issue. It's just been the misplay where he got solo killed and then getting a bit overconfident going for a kill when he came back.
And with the aggression onto Cassius by Carapace as well, causing a bit of issues, but he finds the Who Stomp. He's been healed up as well by the Living Armor. GH, he's got to try and run. He's going to have stun back up in a second. RMN gets the two of them. GH, does he want to go and commit with his stun? He doesn't. He's a little too low. Has to back away. Really the battle lane here between both these dual lanes. It's Cassius still rather low. He does have the leech seed, GH.
Using this Carapace.
They got the damage to
no
kill
mana.
him.
Doesn't have, oh, he has the Lightning Storm, but wouldn't have been quite enough damage, I think he feels, so he wanted to hold on to it.
This case, we'll TP over to the shrine. We're coming back into the lane.
Oh, nice. Mango usage, getting that mana efficiency, dropping his Arcane Boots. And, yeah, they'll be A-okay. Great use of just the Carapace proccing on the return, so he just walks up to Centaur, right-clicks him, and that's a free Carapace.
Top lane 42 and 11 on Miracle, 34 for Madara. Miracle still with that edge in mid lane.
Dodges the stun. Did throw it out there, but being this ranged projectile now is, of course, disjointable.
As RMN does end up getting that kill onto Kezu down bottom. Peksu is able to get the return kill. Towards that bottom rune, MNT was able to grab it away from them. Dives in and picks up the regen rune, takes it away from GH and Mind Control.
Yeah, looks like GH could have gotten it, but wanted to leave for the DK. Mage needs to be a little bit careful. He has plenty of mana to get out. Shouldn't be in any real risk as GH goes trying to Carapace through and catch a remnant, but not going to be successful. All across the board, things look pretty nice for Liquid. Level 9 Dragon Knight.
Yeah, Mind Control's played that mid lane absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
Not messing around today at all, Mr. MC.
He's rotating. He realizes his ulti's coming back up. He can secure this PL some more farm and pressure this top tier 1 tower.
Madara
Oh, nicely
does
played the
have
stun.
the mana for the time. That's if he can get the wand off, and he can't. Sentry's down, allowing Liquid to get the chain stun.
Yeah, this Phoenix needs to probably get out of this lane. Doesn't have a TP as well, so the loop-de-loop wraparound is coming his way.
Does have a dive, but
Where can he go? He's going to go left. He's going to try just buy some time. It looks like
Miracle's
Miracle
dying to the tower there.
Jesus.
Watch out,
Yeah,
sir.
Fire Spirits doesn't look like he can wiggle his way out of this one. Miracle will get the kill, and with the Dragon Form up, they're going to pressure this T1 tower. Did waste some time, so doing his best there to make sure they force out as much as possible. And Leshrac, he got the trade, he will die, but once again, RMN gets the kill before going down.
And top lane, that tier 1 tower in trouble.
Yeah. And there's no like response. I mean, there is obviously the Leshrac dying, but he gets a kill. There's no tower response. So normally you see this tier 1 tower rotation, and as that's going on, the Dire side is already attacking this bottom tier 1, but it's still full health. They'll get there over time, but most likely Liquid have it in their mind they can probably defend that if they really want to. So things going fantastic for Liquid as far as game number 3 after a disappointing game 2 for them. Phoenix level 4 only has got an experienced tome available, and yeah, he'll buy that one. They need to get these ultis into play. Trian's already hit level 6 thanks to the solo kill he got on the Leshrac. At least when the solo XP did have some help getting the kill, just his buddy died in the process, and his Overgrowth is up. Phoenix's Supernova, that's the ulti combo. Supernova with the Overgrowth that can perhaps allow Lithium to take any fight they really want at this point. There's just not really good answers to the Supernova except running away from it in that scenario.
Kuroki using the Winter's Curse to buy time for Mind Control to get in. But Kez is able to get the Stampede off before Mind Control can get in range for the Dragon Tail.
Yeah, a tiny bit too far away to get the Dragon Tail, and they may just want to stay around this bottom lane waiting for the next Dragon Form. Every single one just seems to be leading to a tower. Uses one, gets the top lane, uses one before that, gets the mid lane. Now, third one, going to be getting another lane potentially.
He's going to go in on this. RMN coming forward.
Thought about going in, but quickly changed his mind.
Yeah.
GH getting some damage out as Mind Control, similarly getting some damage out on a tower, and his farm quickly building up, as we'll see whether he goes for the Blink or the Shadow Blade. Got to imagine his first item will be one of those two items, and when you're having this good of a game, the Shadow Blade just always feels like the more appealing of the two, since you can scale so well and be more of a carry with the Shadow Blade build. But both definitely have their merits. And there, he's going to get the Blink.
4K lead at the moment for Liquid. Looking to sort of be back on form as they were in the game one. As Mind Control, quick with the jump. There's the opener. And no chance for Madara to time-lapse or react at all to that one with the chain stuns that come out from Liquid.
Yep. DK's in there. Gets the damage over time on the tower. Quickly breaking the living armor, and they'll get this tier 1 tower Mind Control. It's not connecting with the blink.
Oh.
Okay.
Bit of a scary dive there. If he precast the Dragon Tail Ascenum, it could have been a risky play there from M&T. Up top, Mage. Caught up by the stun. They've got the spike caps as well. Is that enough time to kill him? Doesn't look like it. As Mage does have enough mana to zip TP. Get himself out of this. At the same time, down bottom, Man does find M&T. M&T hangs around too long.
Oh. Looks like it was another blink stun, and this time around he does find the Phoenix. They're having just a great time finding these pickoffs, turning into towers. Mind Control's not done. He sees heroes once more.
He wants more.
And he just keeps getting pick after pick. They're just getting caught out one by one. They're not really finding the team fight they hoped for with a lineup with Phoenix Treant. And part of it is, you know, first the Weaver gets caught out by the DK blink stun, which is, you know, that's the blink reveal. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
But in the process of trying to save him, Treant uses ultimate. So suddenly there's a 2-minute window where they can't team fight like they would like to, because without overgrowth, Phoenix Supernova, very easy to kill. And then Phoenix dies. It's just kind of just chain reaction of bad events that at some point you just have to reset. Their captain needs to kind of just voice his thoughts and say, look, guys, we need to just chill out, not get picked off for a little bit, play safe, and wait for those ultimates to come back online so we can actually take a team fight. Otherwise, we're just going to fall miles behind.
For sure. Yeah, this game in sort of the same pace as game one, and you look at sort of heroes like the Weaver, it's a similar situation at the moment. He's behind Madara, he needs that time. So he needs to find somewhere to be able to get the farm without having the threat of Liquid jumping upon him.
Yeah, GH has just been so good at being proactive on the map, finding pickoffs. Even when he's not, he's just getting info for his team about where enemies are, and that just allows them to...
Madara, he's heading forward, but there's a fight kicking off. The Supernova will come out. You have got Mind Control focusing the egg. Can he kill the egg? In time he can. The egg's down. The Winter's Curse for Kura holding the 3 of them in place. There's 3 dead on Lithium. Mage trying to fight back, but again, these stuns coming through. They got any further to hold him down. He's trying to find at least Kuroki, but the Spike Carapace is there. Cold Embrace as well. The angle from GH gets both of them in the stun as he gets both Mage and Peksu. Peksu, the last remaining survivor here for Lithium, is not going to be able to run himself away as again Spike Carapace comes out. GH holds him down. Liquid get the team wipe.
Really nicely done by Liquid. Again, it's this small little baiting plays where GH is invis. He's just scouting around. He knows where they all are. It looks like Leshrek's, you know, out of position from Lithium's perspective. It's okay, there's Lesh is there. He's kind of alone. Let's go on him. But GH is there, ready to set things up. DK's nearby with a blink dagger, so he can blink from the trees up to that area, and it's such a good place for Liquid to fight. This is classic Kuro. There's 3 observer wards scattered around this area. They see absolutely everything. They were ready for that. They wanted to fight there. They dangled that little Leshrak out there, waiting for Lithium to go on him.
One on top, they're hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting from Madara.
He's up here.
There's the Spike Carapace. I'm telling you, it's such a nightmare to play against as a Weaver. There's that. Like, what do? You know there's a Nyx Assassin around. You know you've got a Shikuchi for the movement speed to get away. You're just dead either way. You can't play your way out of it now. Bottom, the setup.
DK follow up. And they got the damage for it. It's going to be close.
Not quite. Mage is able to zip out. And will live to see another day.
Falls all the way back to base. GH, unless they're going to hunting. They can't quite get there in time, and there is a ward. And they're in pretty deep here.
Stampede as well, as they will find RMM.
Yeah, GH just leaves him to die. He's like, oh, okay, that's not working. Gets clipped by a dust, though. Should be A-okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
16-5, 9k lead for Liquid, and of course, whilst this all goes on, Miracle continues to farm and keep himself right at the top. GH goes for a stun. Mind Control. Does he want to commit for this one? It's a little too close to the tower. Link wasn't quite back available as well, so Mind Control could not pop in. So finish that one off. Yeah, he's got the DD ball in. DD rune in the ball. If they see a chance for another objective, they can easily go for it. Miracle with that farm. He's got Diffusal and Hood complete at 16 minutes.
Mighty problematic. These fights in favorable trades, pick off towers for Liquid have all been happening while PL's mostly just been quietly farming. He's not really been a key component of any of them. He's 4-0, most of those just from the laning stage.
He's along for the ride.
He's free farming. Leshrac 6-4-4. I love the way Araman's played this Lesh. He's not afraid to put himself in these dangerous situations because GH is always there backing him up, so is Mind Control. And he's often died, but it's like been 1 for 3 trades where he dies, they get a couple kills, or bottom lane he was in 1v3s and got a solo kill before he died. So all of his deaths have been just fine.
Yeah, I think we saw as well there, just briefly on the last hits, just no one's really been able to hit creeps on the Dire side.
Yeah.
Miracle is 160 CS, the highest at the moment is Mage at 98. It's a big difference to be there at 17 minutes in, as they're just constantly being picked off by the aggressive maneuvers of Liquid. And the space just isn't there for them to find farm apparently on Lithium.
DK gets the Shadow Blade, so he's going to double down on the initiation items and jumps immediately onto the Storm for a successful gank.
So many stuns from this Liquid lineup. A real nightmare to play against, as these two heroes that heavily rely on their maneuverability, the Weaver and the Storm. Top lane, they will make an attempt onto Miracle. He's got that Hood of Defiance. Is it going to be enough beef to keep him alive? They've got a lot of roots and such, but the Doppelganger comes down. Can he outplay them with the illusions? He's trying his best. The Sunray will find him though.
Yeah, there was no rotations coming. He's not really near a tower there. Accepts his fate a little bit as the rest of the team finish off the tier 2 mid tower. Just the one outer tower top remaining, and definitely some signs of life from Lithium. They need to try and punish the PL if he's going to be farming alone, and the rest of Liquid aren't playing near him. They're playing around mid lane, bottom lane, that shrine area where they had the 3 observer wards. Go and gank the PL. He's not unkillable. You've got the Weaver bugs. You can kind of follow him with that.
Mid they found Kezu.
Yeah, they used Stampede already too, so.
Did manage to pick up his Blink before he died, but he's still down nonetheless, and GH catching out MNT.
Well,
as
damage
the
not done.
Got a sentry
Yeah,
down.
here.
They do see him. Mage is going to be there with the backup. Madara coming in as well. They'll find Kuroki potentially. Gets the Winter's Curse though in the Cold Embrace out, buying him time. Ironman's there on the high ground, waiting with the stun to follow up onto this Weaver as Madara gets locked down once again. He's down and out. Mage has to zip back towards the base. Mind Control jumps in. Dragon Tail stun to catch out Peksu as well. As Liquid 21-7, 19 minutes in, 12k lead. They are back, it seems. They're still away again in game 2 now. They're back again. This
feels more like Liquid Dota.
Yeah, they're getting back to the Liquid we'd expect. But as we saw in game 2, there's still a bit of shakiness. And certainly a lot of that down to the fact that Lithium really did play that second game perfectly. This game, I really just think as a standpoint coming out of the draft, it was always going to be hard to play. Liquid had such a sort of gun-ho lineup with the amount of stuns, the way they can find kills, and I really do think this Nyx Assassin has certainly caused issues in terms of the setup. But for me at the moment, MVP has to be Mind Control. You know, he dominated that mid lane.
Yeah.
And he's all across the map.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know. He probably is the MVP right now. Yeah. Him and Ironman. I think Ironman's been great. As a stand-in 2 to have a performance like this is really nice. And here we go. Back to punishing the PL. Don't let him keep farming by himself. They're onto something. They've figured out a way to give them some hope, to find some gold, but hey, no PL. That's been Liquid's gameplay the entire game. They'll take a 4v5 fight.
Oh, they might get Mind Control as well. They jump in.
That's a huge kill if they can get it.
It is if they can. Ironman's getting gone up by Mage. The stun coming out for GH onto the 2 of them. There's a Supernova going off in the pit.
Great
Could be
Supernova.
successful as Mind Control is getting chased down and taken down. Lithium, they've found 4. They'll buy back on the Weaver. Can they get themselves the team wipe? They're looking towards GH as GH is being blocked off by Kezu. Double Edge comes through as GH ticks down to the Fire Spirits as Lithium's hit back. And they hit back hard.
Absolutely. Only a 2k gold zone. I feel like that almost should have been more given the deficit, but there we go. That's a bit more like it. We get the full updated one. Fantastic teamfight execution. Centaur doing miles of damage there. And everything being positioned and played well. Great Phoenix awareness that he could place the egg by the teamfight in the Roshan pit.
They couldn't do anything about it.
And they finally show what their teamfight's all about. It's what they kind of picked the Phoenix with the Treant for, and we get a little preview of maybe what's still in store for this Lithium team. Where does that leave us? I imagine that'll... for Liquid, it's... Miracle, you either need to be farming somewhere you're not getting caught, or we need to be playing around you more, because they're making you a target. They're looking to slow down your farm. Until he gets this Manta style, he's getting rooted. The Treants initiate on him with an ultimate or a Nature's Guise attack, and that's just setting up all kinds of follow-up that he can't get out of until he has a Manta style. So he needs to complete that before he's really ready to fully get involved, or they need to start maybe using him as bait, because he's helped turn this game around a little bit. It's still very, very Liquid favored, even with that team fight going the way it did. See there? Oh, a big drop though. It was like 90+% down to 75.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane Liquid back up with the push.
Yep, and this time PL's playing around them, or they're playing around PL, whichever way you want to see it.
What a smoke play though for Lithium.
No.
They want to try and catch that PL at the back.
They've got ultis. They've got both the big ones.
Can they get that dream jump? Miracle. It's going to be the target. Jump forward from Kezu. He gets the Who Stop. Mage zips forward in as well. There's going to be a stun and a meteor hammer coming out, as well as the Cold Embrace, keeping Miracle alive though for now. Double Edge, Magical Burst, bringing Miracle low. They've still kept him alive. The Winter's Curse is there. Mage trying to find Miracle, but Mage, he's out of mana. The Sun Ray bringing Miracle incredibly low on the side of it all. Will he seek out? Doesn't look like he will, as Miracle will survive. The Spike Carapace causing issues for MNC. RMN Cold Embrace by Kuro again. The stage from the Winter Wyvern, keeping Liquid alive. As Peksu's down, Kezu, the last remaining survivor, will fall as well. As some nice plays from Kuro on his Wyvern. He's back to support, boys, and he's doing it big.
All of that save onto Miracle. You can see just, I mean, the PL gets this farmed and has a hood. He's tanky, he's hard to kill, but, 4 or 5v1, he will die every single time. With a Wyvern there, with Glimmer Cape, with Cold Embrace, you can keep him alive, and that's what we're seeing. Miracle being healed up once again, and Liquid putting together a fantastic team fight, despite what was a very good initiation.
Yeah, really, it was their best attempt. Having this sort of wrap around, getting on top of the PL. They nearly killed him off. They nearly killed him. Mage with a full tank of mana as well was nearly able to find sort of that secondary kill in RMN. But Kuroki keeping the team alive, keeping the dreams alive here for Liquid, as they'll set up for that full set of racks taken away from Lithium on the top lane.
And they used buybacks as well for that, so it wasn't really like, oh, let's buy back and take a fight and defend. It was more like, we kind of need a buyback or we might just lose the game, or multiple lanes of racks. So just to try and hold on a little bit, but this is going to be really bad for them if they can't hold on to Mage in the bottom lane.
Out. He knows that they're around, but he doesn't manage to react to it.
Yep.
They did pop the scan there. He knew that people were heading his way, didn't expect the jump to come that quickly by the looks of it.
Yep. GH will Carapace the Weaver. Let's get dusted. Looks like he just wants to kill the Beetle, and coming back in is Liquid. Weaver has to respect that DK stun though.
Radiant are scanning.
Does have a BKB queued up, but still some ways to go. Even that won't necessarily protect him from the DK stun if he's not fast on the fingers.
Is under attack.
Just looking up at that net worth, despite having that one great team fight, it's really just been that. That's all. That was their like 30 seconds of greatness. The other 25 minutes of this game have really been all Liquid. The state of the gold, the experience, the farm on the key heroes is very reflective of just how dominant Liquid have been. One fight will not change that fact. A few more though, could see something. Oh, GH. Guesses wrong on the direction. Still might double back, but Kezu's already blinked out. And yeah, this ping's going, saying he was in here. And GH will check it a little bit too late. No TP still for a good 20 seconds, but not going to end up mattering as Liquid prioritize other objectives. Shrines, potentially Roshan as well.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
And here we go. They're going to start getting to work on Roche. BKB complete on the Dragon Knight. PL with Manta style, so he's got way more options in these team fights, and also most of the way to a Heart of Taras, so that's going to make his life a whole lot easier when he's just can't really get... He's going to have too much health to be bursted down. His Manta style is going to get him out of all the pesky roots. And Mind Control holding onto the DD rune, not using it for Roshan, it looks like, wanting to have it for potential team fight.
There's the jump. They find GH outside of the pit. The fight's going to kick off with the Stampede, but Kuroki's there with the Cold Embrace, keeping GH fine. Supernova's going to come out. Can they take down the egg? Doesn't look like they can. It's going to be a good Supernova here from MNC. The Winter's Curse holds two of them to place, but there's the zipping from Mage. He's able to kill off GH. That's one down on Liquid. Can they get anything more? Roshan is still alive at the moment as Lithium have forced Liquid outside of the pit, but Mind Control pops the DD. The stun from Iron Man comes out onto Kezu. Kezu's gone. Dive away from MNT as they look to disengage after losing their Centaur. MNT is going to be able to get out of years. The TP successful. He'll get back. Mage low on the mana. Miracle's hot on the chase. He's got the slow from the defusal. Comes in with the damage as the PR will finish off the storm. Liquid taking the fight. They can look back towards the pit. Pexu's hiding. He's open.
Yeah,
he's open though, Carmen. He's hoping he can go for a cheeky steal.
He's ready for the steal.
It might pay off. Pexu.
There's a dire sentry, so he's assuming.
He knows they won't see him.
I don't think they're going to sentry it either. It's the carries.
Or can he get that punch? Go for it! Ah! He done it! Pexu!
He got Roche!
The god, the legend!
He even last hit
got
Roche!
The last hit! He got the Aegis! Pexu! What a legend!
What a play!
What an absolutely legend! I mean, they're probably still, but that.
This game's still looking miserable, but
Pexu.
Yo, 0 gold, 0. How's that 0? There you go. Didn't include. That was for the Aegis. There's the one for the kill.
And imagine.
I
mean, this game ain't over. There's no Aegis, maybe. Lithium can turn it around, and it will be down to a fight where Liquid don't have an Aegis. Because Pexu, my man, making the big plays.
Yep. Some big plays, but also big ifs as far as turning this game around. Need a lot of things to go their way still, as this PL is looking mighty, mighty unkillable. And it's not even just a PL problem. All three of the Radiant cores. DK is pretty untouchable. Leshrac is killable, but he's also dishing out a lot of damage and has some good defensive items. Yeah, evasion, bonus armor, as well as the magic minion of the BKB. So let's see. Nyx did get taken out that last fight because of this new Storm Orchid, something he may want to itemize against, just to be able to get out. And he actually already has a Yule Scepter, so he's a happy camper. We'll be getting an Aeon Disc even as well on top of that. Knows that survivability, when you're this far ahead, if you can just stay alive in a fight and don't let them burst you, you're going to be A-okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hoping for a little zip or hit from a Shikuchi in order to get the range creep. But Madara, he ain't falling for that. He ain't no fool.
Seems like Liquid, despite not having Aegis, are going to go for a push now with the HUD completed. 3k health on PL. His effective HP is pretty absurd right now with the hood as well as all the additional armor he's got. And top lane's going to continue to push and pressure in with the super creeps up there. So it's kind of a multi-pronged attack in some ways from Liquid. But for now, more interested in bounty runes. Continue that economic lead, as there isn't really a rush to push right now. The dire comeback isn't about time. Like they're going to sit in their base, maybe get some farm here and there with lanes pushing in, but getting that gold alone, it's not like their lineup just is going to scale and have like a TB Spectre type hero that wins the late game. They need to put together great team fights. So from the Liquid side, if you want to wait, you can. But at the same time, they may feel that they're strong enough to go.
Kezu finds the jump, but there's the backup from Mind Control. Instantly in with the Dragon Tail. Summer is going to be there with a heal on the back of it. GH is getting picked apart a bit by Madara. He's going to use himself up, but there's the overgrowth from Pexu. There's the save from Kuroki. He has the Cold Embrace down, and GH keep him alive for now. The pipe being popped by Kezu, but it's not enough to save him. Kezu's down for 45 seconds. No buyback on the Centaur Warren. The Winter's Curse holding Mage in place on the high ground as the rest of Liquid pick apart the rest of Lithium. Double kill for Mind Control. The chain stuns are there on Mage as Mage is down and out. He does have buyback available on this Storm Spirit. The Liquid, they're jumping towards the middle lane. The bottom lane being pushed in as well, looking to claim these mega creeps.
Well, Liquid looked like they may have gotten some revenge against the first of a couple teams who have beaten them as of late in these qualifiers. It was Lithium in the major who eliminated from the tournament, and it's Mango Bay who put them in the lower bracket, who they may be getting a chance at a round 2 with, should they complete this game. Looking increasingly likely as buildings fall in the dire base.
Mage looking to zip onto Kura, but Kura's there with the Glimmer Cape. He's not got detection, of course, of the Storm Spirit. Death for the Phoenix, but buyback straight away from MNT. His bottom racks are falling. Miracles picked off Kezu. Kezu still with that buyback, down for 45. Kuro going to be able to keep himself alive with Golden Grace. They're going to surround Pexu. Pexu just melts to the PL army as there's 3 dead once again. Mage off the back of the dieback is down for 90 seconds. GG is called by Kezu, as unfortunately for Lithium, it's the end of the road here for them as they try to make their way towards the minor. Liquid will continue the lower bracket run. Not the normal lower bracket run you're used to seeing Liquid. This is in the lower bracket at the qualifiers for a minor, but they continue it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's obviously Liquid not in peak form. I think you talk about like Liquid last year, they had their ups and downs. There was a team who Kuro talks about, you can't go all out every single turn of the year. But normally with Liquid, you know, they're even they're not all out is like 80% Liquid, and that Liquid's pretty good. This is more feeling like 50 to 60% Liquid in terms of their total strength.
They're getting back there, and of course,
but they're on the rise.
And this is with the standard.
Absolutely,
of course. But some fantastic games from Liquid nonetheless, and I said a fantastic showing for Lithium. They may not have made it to the major or the minor this time round, but I hope we sort of see some sort of assortment of these players. Maybe they'll change, you know, 1 or 2, but sort of as a unit, it looks like they got something going there. As I said, I think you know, Kezu's really onto something with this stack, and if they can put up a challenge against Liquid, sure, Liquid has been rocky, but at the end of the day, it's still Liquid. You know, these are 4 TI winners that they've been playing against, and Lithium put up a good fight. So commiserations to Lithium. It is the end of the road for them here, and Liquid 2-1. That victory, that's going to mean they are going to move on and play against the boys that sent them down to this low bracket next up. It's Mango Bay. Oof. Struggled against them yesterday.
That's right.
Should be an exciting series. 2 wins with the PL. Will they ban that Faye PL? Will they might pick it themselves? We saw it there. Miracle takes in the first 2 picks, and they have a great game with it. Prediction-wise, we were right.
Well, we were right. Yeah, we went Liquid.
Yeah, we were right.
Let's get our point.
So let's give ourselves a point. That is our final scores as well, ladies and gentlemen, because that is it for me and God. So I end on 16. And you end, Parker, 17 correct predictions. Okay. So congratulations, you do beat me. On the ball.
That's right. Right. Good game.
Yeah, I always wanted to do an awkward handshake live on camera. We just got one. Well, yeah.
Check.
So there we go. And so at the moment, we Killer Pigeon are on 12. Kips is on 8. They've got a whole 12 hours ahead of us. Well, whoa, my goodness, I'm sitting on some cable or something. 12 hours with Kips and Killer Pigeon is up next. That is it from myself and Parker. You had a good time, Parker?
Goodbye, good night. Yeah, it's so much fun. Every time I come to Dream League or the Corsair Dream League, it's a fantastic time. Great people behind the scenes, on camera. Yeah. Everyone involved. Very happy we get to leave you in the very capable hands of Killer Pigeon and Kips.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a great time. We are going to miss you. You've been fabulous. I've seen some of the Twitch chat spam. It's been beautiful, glorious as always. We hope you've enjoyed the matches with myself and Parker. And a little bit of a bonus spoiler. Spoiler, by the way. Did you hear this spoiler?
No.
Na'Vi are back. 2-0 in the finals. They're going to the minor, ladies and gentlemen. Na'Vi will be making the trip to Sweden. They did it for the CIS qualifiers.
Fantastic.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We'll leave you. Have a beautiful night with Kips and Killer Pigeon. They will be covering, of course, I believe, next Mango Bay versus Liquid. So more European action for you here. We're going to go and take a chill pill and chill out, but thank you for chilling out with us here at the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. Myself and Parker, we say goodbye. We'll leave you with the beautiful tones of Kips and Killer Pigeon. See you guys and girls around.